We made it through a long off season, and the Thursday night football companion streams are back. It's the Shipcast. I'm Pete Overzet. We're going to have Pat Carrain. We're going to have Ben Gretsch. We are going to have a rotating carousel of Bills homers swinging by in the first half. We got pick'ems. We got giveaways. Everything, you name it. It's the Shipcast. Pull up the game. Put us on the second screen. Let's have ourselves a good one. It's time for the next generation of ship chasing. It's the Shipcast, the Shipcast, the Shipcast. We got some fun pick'em sweats dialed up. You mix in a couple lowers there to make sure people know you know ball.
All hires, because we know ball.
Yeah.
You're going to lose anyway, probably, so just do the peppers.
Scorcher watch, everyone. Scorcher watch.
Oh, no!
This looks
You
very
look
bad.
legit hurt.
No, that's bad. That's really bad.
Baker, he was on.
Look the other way, you cuck.
You guys want to make some more pick'ems?
I'm back, baby. I'm emotionally invested.
There we go.
Yeah!
Oh, let's go!
Yeah!
I just want to be clear. No one is asking you to watch the game. We're just asking you to watch us. All right. GMs all around. I think last year we set these to start at 8:15 because that's when the game starts. But I was just kind of in auto mode. And so I set it for 8. So it looks like I'm the only one here to start us off. And but we're aware of that. I think Carrain knows. Gresh said he had a little something going, but you're going to get a little solo time with me here at the top. Catching in on the chat. Yeah, we do got a little new intro here. That was up on Twitter. Shout out Zach Lanners for that edit. Pepper Tony asking about the underdog links. This is actually a good thing that we can do ahead of time since the game hasn't started yet. Sometimes the links can be funky when you are clicking them from mobile. I know some people had issues with them in the Discord. The links are pinned in the chat. They are also pinned as or on our Twitter. So I would maybe try from a different source if you haven't had success. And then I know this is super boomer, but the hack that does work is if you email yourself the link. I have done that before when someone posted a link in Discord and it didn't open for me. If you email it, then it will open up. But yeah, I know the thing you're talking about where it takes you to the App Store first and then disappears once you click through. So those are a few of my hacks there. Yeah, Carrain perpetually waking up. We'll give him a minute. Yeah, we're excited about the pick'ems tonight. We'll get those pulled up on screen here in a little bit, or I guess I could pull them up now. Show you guys our core here and our 5-legger. Here's the core entry for tonight. We're rolling with Josh Allen fantasy points, 23.55. He cleared this with ease on Sunday versus the Cards. Then we went with the James Cook rushing and receiving here. We were kind of torn on how to play James Cook. When we made our pick'ems, the receiving number was off the board. I think it was at 18.5, but it was grayed out. We liked that a lot. We were kind of waffling. Do we go with the rushing attempts? That was at 15. We were thinking fantasy points, but could that, backfire if he doesn't score a touchdown? Ultimately, we sided with the yards, the rush, and receiving. So we basically had a couple outs to get there. And then our final one here, this was over on the Rivals tab, which I feel like don't get a ton of love sometimes. The receiving yards square off between Tyreek Hill and Khalil Shakur. And yes, we are spotting Khalil Shakur, 56 yards. But then we got Tyreek Hill, of course, charging there. So that's the core entry. If we do hit this, we're going to do a $100 giveaway. I will recirculate that form where you just have to give us your Underdog username and your YouTube username. And if we hit, we will give away $100. And then each week, if we don't hit, it'll roll over. So if we don't hit the core this week, we don't hit it the second week. Well, in week 3, it'll be a $300 giveaway. So we will be giving away, I believe we're doing 16 or 17 of these. So somewhere between $1,600 to $1,700 in Underdog credit. And then this is the 5-leg. Let me switch this over here. The 5-leg obviously has the core in it. And then the 2 that we added were Keon Coleman, 43.5 receiving yards, and Dalton Kincaid, 45.5 receiving yards. And this was one where I really liked the Coleman one. But Gretsch was a little spooked by that to have it in the core. And Gretsch really liked the Dalton Kincaid one, and I was a little spooked to have that in the core. So we negotiated and settled on putting both of them in the 5-leg, and they correlate nicely with Josh Allen fantasy points there. So playing kind of the Bills onslaught with Tyreek Hill in this 5-legger here. Sam talking about the Deposit Kingdom underdog contest. Yes, last week was a unique week for it. It posted on Wednesday because I was traveling. Normally the contest is going to post on a Friday. It'll post tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. It'll go live when we are doing Off and On the Clock. I got to check with Hope on the exact sizing for this week. But yeah, we'll get it to a good place. And the goal is for it to be open for at least a day or so, spilling into Saturday. So yeah, keep an eye out for that tomorrow. Yeah, I've been starting to squeeze in some BRs. It's pretty fun right now with the CMC ADP. We now have the second day of limited practice. At least earlier today, his ADP was 26, which is about as low as you'll catch a CMC ADP in there. And the way the swaps work, and I'm talking about this in the Deposit Kingdom video tomorrow, if you guys are new to Battle Royale, is it's almost a free roll at the price where you're getting CMC, where if he doesn't play, you swap to a really high upside running back who's barely getting drafted. Like you're going to get a James Conner, you're going to get a Ramondre Stevenson. So I think loading up on CMC right now makes sense. I guess where it goes bad is if he's active but limited, where he's in like a 50-50 with Mason, and then you're kind of like, okay. But I don't know. I feel like it's going to be pretty binary. I feel like he's either out there playing a bunch, or this is all just saving face by the Niners because they don't want to get fined. And so they're trying to pretend like Christian McCaffrey is close to playing, but he actually isn't. I don't know. That's my conspiracy theory. Yes. Sorry, I'm scrolling up on the chat. DK Battle Royale will drop on Friday at 3 p.m. The only reason it dropped last week is because we had to push Off and On the Clock up, but it will drop every single week on Friday at 3 p.m. while we are live on Off and On the Clock, which is a show I do on Fridays with the Badge Bros, Nez and John. If you want a Battle Royale specific stream, that's what we do. And we also build some pick'ems for the main slate on that show as well. DK says I'm going head to head with nerdy tenor sims. Yeah, I'm willing. The BR sims are in my head. The giveaway form, I'm going to actually make a new form. So I know last year I would be like, don't put your name in the form if you've already filled it out. When I circulate the form tonight, which I will do at some point, everyone should put their stuff in again, because I'm just going to duplicate the form and create a new one. So we'll start afresh with the form. There's Davis Maddock. Is this, I haven't seen the reports. He said Jalen Wright is the backup. How many points did Jalen Wright score, or not Jalen Wright, did Devon Achane score in week 2 last year when he was coming off of the healthy scratch in week 1? Let's go look this up. We do love to pattern match these narratives, and I love the idea of pattern matching Jalen Wright as Devon Achane. One carry for 4 yards. Okay, so this is the arc. So Jalen Wright flops tonight, but next week was the week where he went off for 200 yards and 4 touchdowns versus the Broncos. So the Dolphins next week are against the Seahawks. That's the official coming out party for Jalen Wright. Dude, the Miami media though, I got a front row seat with them because I was reading all the articles when Dame Lillard was rumored to be traded. to the Heat, and all of those reporters down there just had like a temper tantrum meltdown when my cousin refused to trade Damian Lillard to them for Tyler Hero and a bag of potato chips. I'm familiar with the Dolphins media. They never gave Patrick Laird enough shine, never spilled enough ink about Patrick Laird. Yeah, I don't have anything good to say about the Miami Dolphins journalistic industrial complex. So it's funny. I did a pick 'em on Friday. All right, now we got some people cruising through here. Let me get. There's Gretch.
You just live solo.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, if I say the stream starts at 8, I'm not keeping people watching or waiting.
Oh, I thought it was 8:15.
I scheduled it for 8. Last year, I did think we scheduled them for 8:15, but I realized I scheduled it for 8, so I was like, oh, I'm just going live.
I had to stop off at the mini mart. That was a good idea. I got my mini fridge over here. I bought a 3-pack of 24 ounces.
I didn't even know those came in 3 packs.
I didn't either. Way cheaper than the 6-pack.
Goodness.
$3 cheaper than the 6-pack.
Man, I am jealous. I haven't been feeling too hot, so I really wanted to do some beers, but we're fading it here.
Taco Bell tonight, the chat's asking. I had Taco Bell for lunch, boys. I already rang the bell. I'm ready for Shipcast episode 1 of 2024.
You jumped the gun on you. Did you mention that? And I thought you were joking. You actually got Taco Bell.
I literally actually went and got Taco Bell for lunch, and I'll get it again. I'll dare me.
Did you don't they have some new things on the menu, or did you play the hits?
They do. I mostly played the hits. I got the chalupa that I like to get with the nacho cheese on it. It's so good.
There you go. Well, so it's more like manifesting the you basically did the victory lap before the 5-legger hit.
Right. You got to get the vibes right.
I was just walking people through. I showed them our core tonight. I showed them the 5-leg. We did a little housekeeping here. We got Pat Carrain in the house.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can't hear you. Hold on.
This is amazing.
Fuck me.
This is so
good. I'm getting the game up. We got it. Are we Amazon Prime tonight?
Yes. I think we're running it back. I went to YouTube TV and then I was like, nope, I forgot it's Amazon.
I played in this golf tournament. They gave us these. This is like a little phone holder. It's for Vision House, which helps get underprivileged people into housing or underhoused people. Great cause. Also, how I'm going to be watching the game this year on my phone here, right on that nice little stand. Pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll have to see who's delayed, who's not this year.
Wait, we're live?
We're live. I scheduled the stream accidentally for 8 instead of 8:15, so I just went live at 8.
Oh, so that's even funnier because I came on, right? And I'm so discombobulated. All my stuff's like set to because this is a new first time I've used this setup. And not only like I'm on the wrong mic.
Now I should
like there you go. Was gonna tell you.
Wrong mic. And we have these like on my computer. There are these. I don't know how it's still on my computer, but just if I happen to connect and I hit play on my computer, it'll play these birthing class videos that Brittany uses, like these meditative videos. They're like center yourself and connect with your baby. So as I'm coming on here, I'm like, that's what's playing in my ears. And I can't figure out how to turn it off.
If Dalton Kincaid and Keon Coleman don't start racking up some early catches, we might just need to share that on the screen and all of us can do some breathing exercises. All right. I'm about to see kickoff. I just want to know where you guys are synced. I'm watching him kick the ball now.
Oh, I'm behind you.
Okay.
He's walking. For me, he is setting up to kick.
Okay.
Oh, no. I'm delayed this year. I was always ahead. It felt so great. He just kicked.
I'm on desktop.
Oh, no. You're on desktop? That's just brutal.
Is this the shed, Pat, or is this somewhere?
No, this is the third bedroom in the house. So I've got like a like a small office set up here. But like my main office is going to be out in the shed, which is actually kind of nice because it's like, you know, a little more private and get away from everything.
Did you say that like each week this year you're going to reveal a new room in your house and kind of just stream from it?
I did say that, yeah.
Yeah. That was like Osimo for forever. Whenever I would do a show with him, he was always in a different location. He's like, "Oh yeah, we're at the WeWork. Oh, I'm at the office. Oh no, we're down here." I was like, "You have never streamed from the same spot."
So you're just way ahead, Pete.
Yeah,
I just saw Waddle catch a pass for the first play of the game. You're already on the second.
Well, I'm not that far ahead. They're about to break huddle for the second play.
Oh, that's
how good a pass was it? I'm still trying to get it up.
I wasn't even paying attention.
Just a little. It was a
4-yard
curl.
Offices.
It was just a quick curl.
What'd you guys talk about for 15 minutes?
One thing we didn't get here. I wasn't on until like 2 minutes before you because last year we didn't start at 8. We started at 8:15.
Right. That's what I thought we were doing.
Okay, I did too, but I had accidentally scheduled the stream for 8, and then there was a bunch of people waiting, so I was like, "Fuck it." I got really nervous. I was like, "What am I gonna say by myself?" And then I just kind of got through it.
Achane looks great. It looks healthy on that first touch. We need Kincaid in the first quarter, and they don't have the ball first. I'm not excited about that element of it.
Yeah. Wait, is this a fullback carry here?
It's
Achane. I forgot. Sorry, I just
you just saw a fullback carry. Oh God. Yeah. You need to rewind 15 seconds, Pete. I'm not putting up with this all night.
Don't worry, I barely talk about it anyways. So
this is a disaster. You're on desktop? Is it Amazon on desktop?
Gretch, the game hasn't even started for Gretch. Pat's watching birthing classes. We should bring Mike on. Mike, where's your kid?
Can't figure out.
Wow.
Oh, come on.
What a night already. Achane tackled for 3rd and 1, but I've heard about the fullback. I've got the data over here. I moved from last year. I watched the Tampa Bay Buffalo game with you. I won all my bets, but I couldn't see the screen. You guys are like, "Oh, you won." Like, really? I'm 5 plays behind.
I just pulled it up and I'm behind on desktop. I'm behind my mobile. Pete, what do you got going out there in New England?
I know.
It's this kind of deal I brokered with Elon. He gives like the Starlink, just like directly into my house to make
well,
sure.
We just opened our airport, so current Wi-Fi is a little ways off.
Mike, how you feeling about this game? Were you just doing a bunch of radio today?
I've been on since 3. I did 3 to 7:30 pregame when they play at night. I do postgame when they play during the day. So, I'm good. I'm ready to watch this game with you guys as long as you guys don't tell me everything that happened already.
We won't. What's the finger on the pulse of Buffalo Bills Nation heading into this game? Are they feeling good about what they saw in week 1?
I think Bills fans are a little bit worried this year about a few things. The Diggs loss, the defense is already kind of in shambles, at least beyond the defensive line, but they feel good about the fact that Josh Allen beats the Dolphins like nobody in the NFL beats anybody else. So
picked off.
Okay, well, let Ben take it from here because maybe he knows more than I do.
You're behind Ben, Mike. I've been sitting on this interception for the past 30 seconds.
On the information. I'll spoil it. I don't want Pete to spoil.
Are we sure it was intercepted
for everyone else?
Yeah,
it was. It was
very much a
clean pick. Bills ball.
A pass to Robbie Chosen was intercepted.
Yeah, Tua
in the year
threw it behind him.
He's not even looking for the ball coming out of his break. I mean, he's not. He doesn't get his head turned until it hits him in the chest. Like, what are you doing? That was Sean Siegel's AJ Green quote. I've never seen a player more offended to have the ball thrown to him than that.
Uh-oh. I thought maybe the best play about this game was the over. It was 48.5.
We got it, Pete. Let's go. I told you. That was the thesis.
Kincaid for 9.
Nice. It's okay.
Nice.
The thesis was they try to get Kincaid going early. So we took over 4.5 first quarter yards, first snap, 9-yard reception. check a box.
And then James Cook.
Getting going a little way behind. I have not seen James Cook yet. Sorry, Schopp. What you were saying?
Seems to be good now.
I forget. No,
What
I
are
do
they?
forget.
I mean, do Bills fans want them to be like? Does a classic Bills fan like how much Joe Brady is running the ball, or do they want him to air it out more?
No, there's an age delineation there. Is there another play?
That is what kind of happens during a football game, Mike.
I think I know. Sometimes I think younger fans want to throw the ball all the time. They see Allen, they want to do that. I think older fans want to, run and stop the run, and defense wins championships. And
Right.
Buffalo has plenty of older fans.
Yeah. And Mike Leone's kind of the one who bridges the divide because he's a boomer at heart, and yet he really likes a nice, pass rate over expectation too.
Where he and I bond is like we're both fans, we're both lifers, Western New York, but he's also data.
Are you
He's
serious?
quintessentially data, and I want to be too. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, you should be sorry. I should be sorry. Did you guys just see Kincaid get kneed in the head?
No,
After
nobody
the
saw
play,
that.
He took a freaking knee right to the head. They're gonna phone down and make him. He was kind of slow to get up, I think, too. Like he legitimately might have a concussion after 2 catches right in the start of the game. He's still out. No, Knox.
What's
is
the
out.
bet? What's the pick? 14.
We've already gone over on the first quarter thing, but
what was
he
the
took
number?
a big knee to the head as he was coming back up, and he was kind of slow to get up. I was like, why is he slow to get up? I watched a replay, and his freaking head gets blasted after the play by an idiot diving on top of him, and he's been out of the game. I'm pretty sure he's concussed. Like, this is a disaster.
Whose child is that?
Not it.
It's Pat's.
Was it?
Pat, do you want to give me the exact number of months your child is, or do you want to round up?
Should I give you days? Should I give you almost? I think she's almost 90 days.
My 13-year-old came downstairs with this Moana
89
stick
days.
today because I turned the golden tee on for a little bit of a vibe thing, and the golden tee machine has not been on for 4 years. So my wife sent my kids down with sticks and knives because she thought maybe there was why didn't you do it? But 2 versus 1. So my daughter came down with this Moana paddle, and my son had a Swiss Army knife or something, and all it was golden tea.
Wait, because she thought someone broke and entered and turned on golden tea, and they were
Golden
going to
tea,
take care of him.
it makes noises. This is 2000, but it's still it makes different noises, and they thought there was someone down here. I was at work.
Wow. And instead of sending down their strapping, chiseled Hulk of a father, you sent down the kids with wooden spoons to take
I was on the air talking
intruder?
about Kincaid props. I mean, you got a job to do as a father, as a parent. So no, I was not available. I might not have been chosen anyway, of course.
And then they left the weapons down there?
Yeah, the weapons are sitting right here. I got this thing, I don't know if I'm going to need it. I think my son Julius has his knife back, which is probably good.
Yeah.
4th and 3. I'm at 4th and 3.
Oh yeah.
Oh, timeout.
Oh yeah.
Nope. Okay.
Touchdown. Am I caught up to you guys?
Yeah, I think we're all on the same page. Are we?
I just
now.
updated my app between that timeout, and I think I got caught up because
Hell
I
yeah.
updated the app.
That's great for us guys.
When you said, "Oh yeah, Pat," was that when he was open in the flat?
Yeah.
Because
I
then
think
you were saying,
I think
"Oh,
it just caught it. I think it
okay,
just
I might
caught
be
it.
like a touch behind you now. I'm
You
way
guys
closer.
are ahead of the ESPN fantasy app somehow.
for sure. We're watching it.
Mike, take are you watching on your phone?
I'm watching on Prime.
On what device?
I've got my phone on the ESPN fantasy app, and I've got Prime on in front of the screen.
Okay, you got it on the screen.
TV.
But you said it's just a little behind us?
Yeah, Joe Brady's drinking water. They're coming out of the huddle 4th and 3.
Oh, shit, yeah. No, you're going to want to take that paddle and just hit the screen as hard as you can, and it should catch it up.
I want to see it. Cook caught one?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
I like it. That's Samuel in reverse motion. All right. Well, it's great that they went for it.
That is great. Do love that.
An update on Dalton Kincaid. because he definitely wasn't out there those final plays.
No, he's got a fucking concussion, dude.
I have Knox in the pick 'em.
I'm fatalistic.
Sorry.
He looked really slow to get up, and I was like, what happened to him? What happened to him? I wanted to watch that replay, saw the replay, and it was as he was coming up, the knee comes down, and you, like when they're going the same direction, man, it's like it's fucked.
Nice little play right there. There's Kohu, number 4, coming on the blitz, but he's way too late. And Cook gets there. That's a nice little play for Brady.
It's so
How was-
annoying. Dude.
How was Vegas, by the way? It's a timeout now, right? Can I say anything?
You're
Oh,
allowed.
yeah,
fun?
I'm watching a
Permission to
JCPenney
speak.
commercial.
What was different this year? Anything?
JC
Great.
Penny commercials in 2024 that exists still?
I probably drank more whiskey than last year.
I definitely did.
There were more ship chasers there. That was new. I don't know. Otherwise, we have the summer camp. We play the same hits. We get some pool time in at Planet Hollywood. This year, we went over to Circa swim.
Mhm.
Circa's nice, man.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was
They
good.
canceled the bare knuckle.
I know.
I
I
heard
was
that.
talking to them about that. I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
I don't know.
They
I didn't
fill it.
go. I mean, Bip said he wouldn't go if he wouldn't play if I didn't go, which I took that very personally, and I was happy to.
So are you saying you canceled the bare knuckle?
I think I might have indirectly canceled the bare knuckle. No, the Friday night game canceled the bare knuckle, right? Like the fact that they had all those other drafts that you could do. When Louis G and I have gone the last 3 years, we love the Friday night main. Like we've won in that, a bunch, and that's our favorite night. Then we fly home in the morning. But this year you couldn't have those drafts because of the Eagles game. So I think maybe a lot of things got scrambled.
I think we need to we could bring it back. Let's reboot it like as a drinking game too. It's like a power hour. Like you have to take a drink for every round as well. I think there's something we can brighten this event up.
I got a Vegas story for you from our Circa one. We go there and me and Pete and Pat are talking about putting a bet on the game because why the hell not? And Pat's like, me and Pete ended up going over to the betting machine, but Pat's like, whatever you do, just do for me too, because when you're a millionaire, you're just like, I don't even fucking
because
care.
you're sharp, then you guys need to figure it out. You and Pete are talking, you put your heads together. I'm like, all right.
So we land on the Packers money line. Pete's like, let's do a side and an over parlay and let's go for something. And so we land on Packers money line over parlay. We hit the over obviously pretty easily. And I also and Pete, I think you did as well. We did an alt over on Jordan Love's passing TDs over 2.5, which was like plus 300 or something. And so I put down 150 for both me and Pat to win $1,000, right? Like 300 to win $1,000 on this. It gets down to the end of the game. And first we lose an early TD to that 12-man penalty on Jaden Reed that would have shot things out a little bit. But we get 2 passing TDs. We get down late in the game. We have the over locked up. Packers are driving. They're down. We need one more pass TD, and we're going to win the whole damn thing. And they settled for that field goal on 4th down when all we needed was the Jordan Love pass TD to hit the 3 TDs and probably the game, and the over was already secured. So we won none of it. It was brutal.
That sounds like parlays.
That sounds like parlays. Exactly.
I think my favorite there were 2, obviously, like the first Xavier Worthy touchdown at the watch party was incredible, but celebrating the first Jaden Reed touchdown that he took to the house in the pool was probably one of the funnest celebrations.
And then it got overturned.
Yeah.
What was the one where Warner took his shirt off and was spinning around his head?
That was Isaiah Likely because he has a bunch of BBM. Yeah.
How about Likely going in the second round the next day?
Yeah. Yeah.
Incredible.
Well, we went over that night. So when Bare Knuckles was normally going on, we were watching some of those drafts and he went at 2-9 or 2-10 in the first main after that game.
Barkley, even at 1-1, I get it, but Likely, come on. Who's 9?
Yeah.
Ooh. That's a fun that's a pass.
Is that Jalen Wright?
No,
Smith?
I don't think
Who's John and Smith.
John, yeah.
Oh,
wow. Right.
7 plays ago. Are you in
Yeah,
a bunker
I was-
in Siberia?
What year is it? Where
I'm in
you are?
Buffalo. I'm in Buffalo, Ben. We've talked about this.
It's state sponsored media. So if the Bills aren't doing good, they actually decide not to show them some of the plays.
It's not just Buffalo. It's north of Buffalo on the border, on the water. So I get the Canadian Wi-Fi stuff. It's just how it is. We're used to it.
In your stream, is Tyreek Hill still on the Chiefs?
Yes. Yes. No, he's still in college. Yes.
Mike, did you end up drafting any main event teams over the weekend?
Yes. Louie and I did one on Saturday, and then I did 2 the previous weekend. And, mixed, but right now, if you draw the back end of these drafts, you got to cross your fingers on Harrison. Puka is down. Even
so
Garrett
bad.
Wilson, I think, is off to a weird start. So if you wanted to, wait on running back, as we always did, and then both of these main event teams I did with Louie are 2 tight ends early, and one is Kincaid. We'll see. That's our bet. So
Yeah.
I'm not so confident. Underdog, I got all the way to the top on Jordan Mason before it ended.
Nice.
Which
Nice.
is good.
That's
When
crazy.
I wonder when the earliest he was drafted would have been. I mean, he was one of these guys. Pat, I asked you in the old days when I used to host this show, who were the guys we never drafted at all? And he was somebody that we got there, but it took a long time, right? I mean,
Did take a
well
long
into
time,
July.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he was a great pick. I drafted some of them. I wasn't aggressive enough on him because I got distracted, I think, a little bit with like P. Ryan, who, it's pretty interesting too. But
Me too.
I never just loaded up. Like last year, I think it was a little clearer. Like Kyron kind of stood out a little bit more. And I didn't quite get there with Mason as much. And we'll see. I mean, maybe P. Ryan will ultimately be someone you really want. But
Yeah.
Achane looks so damn explosive. I thought this guy was supposed to be hurt. We
crazy.
played Jeff Wilson on some teams. I wouldn't put him in ever if I was the Dolphins. This guy's Achane it's too easy,
Well,
man. This guy is
he doesn't look like a guy who was a game time decision. I'll tell you that.
He looks very healthy.
You never know, right? Like that could all just be. I mean, I want to assume he had some sort of injury, but you just never know. Teams are so good. The McCaffrey stuff, just the way that it can be kept under wraps, and a lot of the media are working with them, so we don't always.
why is
know.
that? Can we do a thing where like they're independent and they're reporting out information? Like that would be more helpful, I think.
That'd be cool, but they won't get credentialed. I know people personally who would love to get in there and try to mix it up, but they don't get credentialed. So you got to be sort of with the program. And there's no local scoops anymore. Everything goes through Schefter, Rappaport, and Tom Pelissero, I guess. They all say the same thing seconds apart.
Yeah.
And if they don't want to tell you that McCaffrey's not starting, then they won't. I'm not saying that was the case there, but it's just
it clearly was the case though, right? Because Jordan Mason got reprimanded for saying he was the starter
by his coach.
by his coach.
Because his coach can get fined. What Shanahan could have done to wiggle
he should
away.
get fined. He should get fined a lot.
Fine. He could have found a middle ground. Like, yeah, we knew he would. We told him to be ready for the game. Didn't mean McCaffrey would be inactive. But they both got flustered, or Shanahan did at least.
Yeah, but that would be a lie. I mean, it seems pretty clear they knew.
Oh yeah, no, I'm well.
Waddle, get in. They're calling him down at the 1. Who's going to
Here comes Jeff Wilson.
He's
Wilson,
already on
man.
the field.
Yeah, we need him. We need him in all these FFPC
I've played
leagues.
more Jeff Wilson than Devon Achane right now. I'm going to go full heel on the chat. They're
Is
not
Tyreek
excited.
playing?
Oh yeah, he's playing.
Tyreek's
Okay,
playing.
good. I'm at the
think that's
1.
a touchdown though. I don't know
Waddle?
if they'll challenge
Yeah.
it. But
You think Waddle's
Yeah.
in? They won't challenge it first and goal at the 1, right? They know they
Probably
don't.
not.
They don't bother.
they won't waste it.
That
But I think he
knee
got
might
in.
have been down.
Oh, he was down.
Yeah, he's down.
Who
All
do they
right,
got
Before
in
it gets
there?
too late.
Oh, it's
Wilson
Achane.
in.
No,
Is
no,
it?
no. That's Achane.
That's Achane. Oh no.
He did. He
my
fumbled.
God. Oh my God. What's the flag?
Oh, they're blowing it dead. I don't think that was dead. The Bills are running back the other way, and they blew it.
Wow.
I thought he fumbled
It was
that.
a false start. It was a false start.
Jeez.
Oh my
How-
God! A false start saves him. Woo!
I would just like to ask this while you guys are watching the game that, is almost ready to start where I live. How many NFL games have you all been to?
A lot.
Not that many, like 15, maybe 15 to 20.
Yeah. More like
I
that,
probably
actually.
less than that. Probably like 5.
I've probably been to 100 Huskies college football games, but probably only like 15 or 20 NFL games. Yeah.
Okay.
Been to like a couple Eagles games and maybe like 5 or 6. Been to some Jets and Giants games. But it was always it's like your whole day was getting out there to the Meadowlands. It's not an easy commute from.
It's not. Here. None of it's easy. Even Buffalo. No. I mean, it's just like the whole day. Before is long, after is long, traffic, everything.
Yeah, we're still due for a trip up for a Buffalo Bills Island game.
That would be really fun. That'd be really
I would love
fun.
to.
I mean, I know you were somewhat probably kidding, but I'm no homer, right? Like this is my job, but I will say,
what a play design!
Wow,
so sick.
Okay. Man. You guys, just if I may have the room for a second.
They did a shotgun 2-back, swung both backs to the same side, and had a delayed screen. The fullback's out there, Alec Ingold to block. It's like a double swing pass into the flat, but it's a one-man screen with Alec Ingold to block for him. What a sick play design!
That was so sick.
They put Ingold in motion to get him out in front, and then he's blocking. Oh my God, that was such a good play design.
Oh man,
what a good red zone play!
What is better than McDaniel in September?
Exactly nothing.
Imagine if we flip the season. If the Dolphins would have like 3 Super Bowls now.
That was fantastic.
Oh, so good.
They're lining up for this play.
Yeah,
I've heard good things. I've heard good things.
It's a fun play. Sorry.
They're lining up for which play? The kickoff?
The touchdown.
You said you're not a homer, so you should be celebrating this incredible play. Just
I want to see it first. Fan. Yeah, all right. There it is. I just want to say, people do say this, and I would have to echo it. Buffalo, the NFL experience is unique. Green Bay is unique. A couple others might be, but it's really true. Like there's really nothing like that Sunday out there, especially early in the year. You don't want to go there in a blizzard. But October, Miami's here November 3rd or something like that. Like that's a great day. San Francisco, December 1st. Those are going to be those are days you never forget. I remember going to games in the 80s. Still indelible in my mind. Just how special it is.
Is there any just because to me, going to one of those Bills games, theoretically, I haven't actually had to do this, but like the freezing cold Bills games where you see Leone in like 18 layers and everything like that seems like it would be fun from the perspective of like, it's sort of the quintessential Bills experience.
That's right. You'll survive.
Yeah.
Just, get some hot chocolate, spike it, whatever, dress up. I mean, gear up. That's fine. Get some, get a tailgate. I'll point you the right direction. And then that's a great day. Sure. Of course.
I went to a New England game like that. That was one where the beer after you bought it would freeze. And it was like, that was kind of where I'm like, I can't even drink to numb myself because the beer is frozen. That's how cold it got. That's too much.
I went to a game at Sullivan Stadium in the 80s to see the Bills Patriots and sat in the top corner, what you could afford when you're in college. And, I was freezing. The Bills lost somehow to the Patriots. It was terrible, but I'll never forget it. Right. I mean, that's the thing in fantasy. We are always talking about like how neutral we're going to be. And, sometimes we condescend to that, not you guys, but that's what drives the whole thing is the memories and the love for what it's like to experience it. And then you can watch the rest of your life on TV.
That's true.
That was very
this comment by DK, equally sentimental in the chat.
Watching HN gives me the same euphoria as that first rip of marijuana after a long hiatus.
What is there news on Kincaid? Oh, look who it is.
I didn't see anything.
What's up, boys?
We got Dom. We got Nick, the GoBills crew. Were you guys getting teary-eyed listening to Mike wax poetic about Bills fandom?
A little bit. Did we get word on if Kincaid's back yet? I'm like,
Right.
I haven't seen anything.
It's not
Let's see
looking
the
good,
snap.
but I'm stressing about it.
That knee to the head did not look great.
No. Now we had 2 5 legs, right? We have one with the first quarter.
Yeah, that was a Discord special one.
Here's
Yeah,
one more. Here's one more, Nick. Terrell Bernard is going to the locker room. So this is the linebacker they lost in the Steeler game and couldn't play against the Chiefs. They give up 9 yards per play. I mean, they're down Milano, they're down Taron Johnson. Now Bernard is leaving.
And they still haven't. So Kincaid wasn't out there for that first snap, right, guys? You would know better than me.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw him.
I would not know because I haven't seen it yet.
That was Knox out there, yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Wait, is he out there now?
That's him in the slot.
Okay.
Left.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we're back.
We're good.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Was that him?
No,
I think it was.
but
No, that right there wasn't, but he was out there.
if
No,
you
that's
believe
here.
Gretsch, he was like DeMar Hamlin being taken to like the hospital.
Come on, man.
But,
Poor
but I'm
Ben.
glad he's back out there.
Cody Vogt
He's only been to
back.
Taco Bell once today. Give him a break. Who are the linebackers? Shouldn't I know this, Nick? But who's behind Bernard? Like they're at Dorian Williams. Is Spector active? Andreessen is not active. Like how many guys do they actually have there?
That was Knox, you guys.
That was Knox.
Oh,
Yeah.
was it?
That wasn't complete.
We're
Oh,
fucked.
Did I get my pick on Knox?
All I wanted was some fun Kincaid shit tonight.
Oh my god.
4th down again.
Yeah, we're punting here.
All right, and now it's confirmed by
4th and 1. You're punting.
It's out. He's out.
He just says he wasn't in. He hasn't been in since the end of that last drive.
Yeah.
So maybe he is donezo.
Should I go so you guys get your time here, Dom, Nick?
Well, I didn't let you talk for the whole time you were here, so you should hang out some more.
It's just like the last time I was on.
We got the 6 panels. We're good.
I don't want to miss drunk Gretsch. I'm not sure what the night holds, but I'm excited. It's the first Thursday night. Like I hate to, I'll watch, but
If Kincaid's not back, we're all gonna get drunk real
We're
fast.
gonna get hammered.
Yeah.
I'm getting the tequila out.
He was setting up for
but
such
Dom,
a big game too.
Nick,
Oh,
He was.
otherwise, how was the play, Mrs. Lincoln's?
Yeah, it's good. It's good to be back. I had a good time in Vegas last week. Excited to watch some football. Wish this game started a little bit cleaner for the Bills, but it's good to be here, guys.
Good to have you. It was
Yeah,
fun
good to
hanging
have
out in Vegas.
that Josh drop snap is his hand. I think his left hand.
The other hand.
The 3rd and 1. Sorry, this is like yesterday's game, but
Colin's in the chat says, let's do blackjack thing at 4 a.m. again. That didn't go well. I just put a bunch of money on the table and lost like real quick. It was great.
3rd and 1.
I
in the
avoided
shotgun.
blackjack.
Smart.
Should the Bills never not convert a 3rd and 1 with Allen, but shotgun snap, he drops it. Now they're punting. Like that's his injury.
Well, they're not punting now, Schopp.
I know. Well, they did an hour ago.
Yeah.
Donnie's saying he's out. Kincaid's out.
I haven't
Damn it.
seen that come across yet.
Out. I'm being told there was a presidential debate recently. That's just come across my feed.
It's probably airing live on your TV right now.
I'm
yeah.
excited for the next one. I'm going to miss this one because I'm excited for the next one.
It'll be after the election for you.
It'll be in 2028. The next presidential debate will be.
Didn't you say up there, Mike, in North Buffalo at the border, that there have been some incidents of people eating cats and dogs?
Well, that's I think why my kids ran downstairs with this paddle to make sure there was no trouble because maybe they thought their pets were being eaten. But I don't see any fur.
I got to give a quick shout out to Ted Wynn, FB Film Analysis. He works for The Athletic. I retweeted him. He mentioned prior to this game, Dolphins loved using an escort block with their swing routes from their 4x1 concept. Should see a lot of it tonight for zone-heavy Bills. Here's a creative way of getting to it with the number 2 receiver becoming the blocker.
Damn.
Literally called that play like at 4:34 my time, an hour before the game. Very, very impressive.
I don't know whoever said that the Kincaid's officially out. I haven't seen a single tweet or report.
I've been asking.
on that.
Yeah, same.
I'm not seeing.
I think people are just saying he's out because they saw the hit, but no one's seen a report.
Because he's not in.
Well, he didn't play. He didn't play any of the 3 plays on that drive, so it's not great.
It's a peck for Bernard. Bills PR does not have Kincaid listed. They have 2 other defensive players, but not Kincaid. So I think we're still live.
So much for HM being restricted, huh?
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's like a full load.
Yeah,
So-
it's a bigger workload than when
he's
he's
ever
like,
had.
Yeah.
I'm hoping before I go, you can see the jersey over my left shoulder. It's a number 10. And it's Nick, Don, you'll know. It's Rick Tootin, the punter from the 90 Bills. Like, it's my only Bills jersey. It's game worn. Rick Tootin. So I bought it just as a collectible. Like, I'll have a Bills jersey. I put it on once. The sleeves are cut. It's too small. How could you ever wear this jersey over pads? I don't know. He was a punter, punted in Super Bowl 25. So anyway, I mentioned it on the show like 3:30. I don't know if, Nick, you were listening, but I mentioned it. A guy tweets at me that Tyler Bass is married to his daughter.
No way.
Huh.
Wow.
Yes.
wow.
Again, so Tootin died 7 years ago, but Tyler Bass is married to his daughter. Like, I don't know how many, he played for the Bills for 1 year, how many Tootin gamers exist, but I don't know. I've got one like right over my shoulder, and I think that's kind of fun. So,
Trivia question: where did he go after the 1 year in Buffalo?
he eventually went to the Rams, and he has a ring. That wasn't his first team after the Bills, I think, but he went to the Rams, and he has a ring from '99. Even though he didn't play.
Let's go.
Tua.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, he before that for most of the decade of the 90s when I was a kid, he was the local punter for my local team. I wasn't even a big Seahawks fan, but I know the Rick Tootin name. He was the Seahawks punter for a long time.
Yeah, he ended his career with St. Louis and got a ring there. But 1990, the famous Super Bowl 25, he was the Bills punter. And his daughter is married to the Bills' current kicker.
That's amazing.
Circle of life.
That's like
Yeah.
3 garbage throws from Tua in a quarter.
Yeah.
Looking
Yeah,
real
what
trash.
was that? Was that a miscue with Robbie there, or what was that?
He just sailed it.
He sailed.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was just
he probably cut that route a little short, but I mean, he still sailed it.
It's probably a little bit of both.
I think what happened is Mike McDaniel's trying to work in some of the Shane Steichen concepts, so he copied that from Anthony Richardson.
Sorry.
Who's listening to music?
Golden Tee
Oh, Golden Keys.
Golden Tee?
just turned on. My son might be down here.
I didn't recognize that.
What is it? Send the kids in, Mike.
I know. It's time. Get the paddle out.
Wait, we're seeing
Kincaid.
Kincaid's out there, guys.
Kincaid's back in.
Oh, let's go.
Yes. What? What? Two
Hell yeah.
drives later? When has that ever happened? That was the longest concussion check ever. But he cleared it. He
You'd
cleared
love
it.
to see it. You'd love to see it.
Still the first quarter.
Mike's
Rub
going to be
some dirt
so
on it.
excited in about 25 minutes.
How you doing, Dom? You get home all right? Still
Yeah, I
home?
got home all right. My stream's like a play behind you guys if I'm a little quiet, so like I don't get to do that.
You don't say.
Yeah, so I'm not trying to wallflower you guys, but yeah, I got home all right and got some sleep. You know, we're back.
There's been a lot of whispers in the chat about Dom the Wallflower, so you're going to have to beat those allegations. But
I mean, I'm nothing like Sean's recluse personality that he's got set up right now. He doesn't even show up to the ship chasing parties. It's like you see him at the draft and then he's gone the whole time in Vegas.
I didn't even invite him to the hang tonight. I forgot about it.
Who?
You know, he just hasn't been part of the
Who
GoBills
is
Go
he?
crew.
What's his name?
Yeah, he wants us all to think that he's just like in a cabin in the woods, like grinding best ball, trying to figure out how to play fantasy. He doesn't talk to anyone. He barely talks to us. He's not watching right now either, so I can say whatever I want about him.
There you go.
That's such a bad throw. They just showed the two.
Yeah.
The two.
I mean,
Twitter again.
Listen, this guy. He's the franchise quarterback. He got his money. The Bills are in your face. Nobody cares about you or respects you as a team until you can beat this team. And here you go, at home, short week, week 2, off a lucky win, 2 picks in the first quarter.
You just can't throw that as high as he did. It's a stop route, and he just sails it.
That's your statement? Your coach gets everybody open. Achan is healthy. You know, Buffalo is down 5 DBs, 2 picks in the first quarter. That's your statement? Just saying.
They're saying he and Robbie Chosen are not on the same page, but he's running a stop route here, and he stops and he gets the separation, and the DB keeps moving. You can't throw it to where the receiver's not and the DB's going to. Like, the separations. I
mean, when Robbie Chosen isn't changing his number, he's changing his name, so he's not even on his own same page. But, you know, otherwise, yes.
I'll allow it. You want to hear a wild snap count from Yankee here? Dalton's tight end snaps in the first quarter: Julian Hill 10, Durham Smythe 9, Jonnu Smith 5. The Jonnu Smith tight end rotation. That's worse than anything even Cole Kmet's dealing with right now.
I know.
We'll see about Andrews.
Hey, you got that?
That's
screen.
I tried to tell you guys. That's the one that
You did
never
try
made
to tell
sense to me.
I thought he would be like a 65% route participation guy, but it's like 35. It's rough. It's really rough.
Jonnu?
I didn't expect 35.
Yeah.
I'll grant that. I thought 65 wouldn't be enough, but
I mean,
I
what
think
a
it might
week.
be enough. Like, they're giving him screens, but the problem is then he leaves the field immediately.
right.
Tight end, what a week. Like, just crazy.
Yeah.
The whole season, the whole off season, and then like just nothing.
Come on,
Kelsey
Josh.
and Andrews
Come on,
against each
Josh.
other. Crazy. Ingram.
So you took what was your ticket for tonight? You shared it. I saw that, but I didn't look at it.
I thought the Bills were in so much trouble beyond the defensive line. My bet was if they can't get to him, he'll carve them up. That has not actually happened yet, according to you guys, who I'm hearing about the game from. So I went Tua over passing yards, Tyreek scores, and then for the Bills, Knox 15-yard catch, and I think it was, or 15 yards receiving, one of the two, and then Shakir over. So I'm 0 for 4 so far. But
You had the Dawson Knox over 10.5 yards longest catch, which when you sent that, I was like, I kind of liked that, actually.
That was it. Yeah.
Him and John had like the same line. Like their longest catch was 10.5, and then their over-under was 14. So it's like, maybe you should just play the yards instead. But I think John got there already. We'll see if Knox does.
And then if I had it right that Buffalo gets behind, then I think Shakir is pretty safe, even Knox in that sort of game script. But, I mean, 2 picks in the first quarter.
Shakir's going to catch a pass on your screen in about 3 hours.
I'm here.
It just happened. It just happened.
Look at Allen. This is 2 plays ago. This is not even interesting. Allen sliding on 2nd and 8 with nobody around him. That's Lamar on the second play of the AFC Championship. Just like, no, that's Allen with a broken hand.
That James Cook run, man, talk about making something out of nothing there.
Yeah, right.
Do you think it's a broken hand or broken finger? I mean,
I don't know what he has, but it's not nothing. I don't know if he has a broken anything, but he's got something that's causing him to wear that glove. You know, drop the one snap, sliding. It's not really him. It's not fully him.
What Dom and Nick, what did your Homer exposures end up in high stakes? What kind of Bills portfolio did you build out?
Mostly Kincaid for me. I wasn't taking the receivers as much as I probably should have. Shakir's looking super reliable right now. I wish I had more of him. He looks like he's the most reliable receiver at this point in time. But mostly Kincaid for me.
Yeah, Underdog, my highest owned Bill was Kincaid by quite a bit. We do have a Josh main team. We have Kincaid. No one asked me what my truth serum take was, but my truth serum take was that Josh Allen would probably be the only very good fantasy football player for the Bills this year. That was just if the target tree is very flat, and I'm thinking for managed in particular. I guess for best ball I can get there, but that would have been my true serum take, is that kind of all the pass catchers don't get there and they trade games.
Yeah, James Cook is looking like it would have been it would have been nice to have. I don't think we have a single high stake share
We don't. Yeah,
I
liked
it was
him,
hard.
but
It
I
was
didn't
hard
love
to
him.
take
In,
him.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
In managed, he wasn't as easy to get. I was targeting him in
Yeah.
best ball.
Yep.
It's very hot there. So I like Davis a little bit tonight, especially if they get ahead. I mean, I don't know what you do about that now, but 85 and humid. So,
But are you saying
Short
that 'cause
week.
it's still the afternoon in your stream?
all right. Yeah, no, it's actually Tuesday.
Well, that's always been a thing for those, in both directions. Like those AFC East teams heading down to Miami early in the year. That weather always gave teams.
On the
fits.
sidelines too, right? It's the sunny
Yeah.
side, the visitors.
Get ready for more AFC East football next week because you have the Patriots Jets Thursday night.
It's Thursday.
Yeah.
Wow. Who are we going to have on for that? Who are
So the vast majority of the Thursday night games this year are division games. And they did that because they thought it would be fairer to have, instead of wrecking it with the schedule, have like the first 5 or 6 Thursday night games are division games. And then the last several, apart from Thanksgiving, are also division games. A couple in the middle are not.
maybe we get the Drake May first start next week.
Is that fair, or is that like maybe the game will be more important and more people will tune in, especially at the end of the year games?
Maybe later. Pat, how do you feel about the Patriots at this point with all the Patriots you drafted? Can you put that in one word? And then maybe clip it
Quote
for
doesn't
us
seem
to
great. Yeah, I would say not fully erect anymore. I'm kind of I'm doing all right. It's kind of a
Chubb. I don't know.
Yeah.
How brutal is it that Ramondre is looking like the guy of the offense, and that was like the least
Ramondre
drafted.
looks good. Yeah, I know. I was sort of. I think I was slightly overweight in Ramondre in my best ball stuff, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, this week will be. It's kind of crazy they got that win, right? So Mayo's feeling amazing because they protected May. They get the win. The offensive line was also horrible, so like he definitely was proven a little bit right there. Like they wouldn't have protected a rookie quarterback that great, but they still get the win. But I don't know. I don't think they get too many more wins, and hopefully we get May in there pretty soon.
Seattle this week is interesting for that, right, Ben? I mean, Seattle at New England. I'm sorry.
Interesting for what?
Am I hosting? I don't mean.
Yeah, this is why I bring you on, because then I just get to zone out.
I'll go. You guys have a great night. It's been so much fun being with you. If I started a show called Shipchasing, would you guys sue, or are we close enough now that you would?
No, you can search.
No, we'd air it live on these airwaves.
That's
we had
right.
it.
Oh, you
Yeah,
just take
just
it.
be ship
The
chasing.
market
Yeah.
will decide. The market. will
Yeah,
decide.
Wednesday nights, right? We got Wednesdays still free.
Wednesdays are free. Yeah, we got a few
That's
nights
right.
that are still free.
If
Thank
it's
you,
just
guys.
you
Bye.
playing golden, if it's just you playing Golden Tee all Wednesday night, I'm there.
That'd be
Like,
incredible.
Golden Tee 2K, the original. All right. See you next time.
Later.
All right,
Let's
see you,
go.
Mike.
See you later.
Interesting is in the fact that like New England could start 2-0 potentially. Like, maybe that's what Mike meant, because I think they're kind of live.
Yeah.
This have you guys seen this stuff? The Kenneth Walker stuff seems kind of concerning with this abdomen injury. It seems like he's not going to play this week.
I think he's not going to. I think you're right. It's going to be Sharp's week after I was talking smack about Sharps.
Yeah.
Is this the same?
Other than the
previous
broken
injury?
play touchdown, Sharps didn't look great in week 1, man. He ran like, what was
Kenny
the,
McIntyre?
He's literally like, he's young Alexander Madison. Like he just consolidates all the touches.
yeah, right. And that's not what you want to be, though, is it?
Well, it's what
8
you want.
carries for 12 yards, 1.5 yards a carry. And then he had a
maybe
30-yard
old, Maybe he's
TD.
old Alexander Madison.
He had a 30-yard TD and 29 total receiving yards. Oh, there's Jalen Wright. Get a little Jalen Wright action.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's nice.
first starting snap there.
Sharps had a 30-yard TD reception and 9 other touches for 11 yards. That's. Hope that turns around this week. Because I got plenty of Sharps.
Is that Walker injury correlated with the injury he had previously?
I don't know.
It's the same thing. I think it's the same abdomen thing.
Yeah, I heard
Didn't
someone
he
say
have a
history
hernia?
of abdomen.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Edwin
Jalen
Forrest.
Wright.
Oh, I think
He
that's
wrote it up.
Jalen
I
Wright.
think
It's
it
Jalen
was
Wright.
young. I forget who he compared
Flag.
to. he noted it was similar to another player who ended up like being fine for a couple years and then got surgery in the off season. So like it's just like one of those things you don't really know.
Wright doesn't look that quick on it. I'm not gonna lie.
Bigger issue for Seattle is, I mean, we're all sitting around. I think my audio just came on. We're all sitting around hoping to hear or hoping to see Ryan Grubb turn this offense into something really exciting. And I know I was talking about it a bunch of offseason. Mike McDonald's this innovative defensive coach. He plucks Ryan Grubb out of the college ranks. No one's really knocking down Ryan Grubb's door necessarily. He had traveled with Kalen DeBoer to Alabama from UW, and then kind of a late hire. And you're like, okay, he goes and gets this innovative coach. Like he obviously sees something. They're going to have this really fun offense. The offense at UW last year, and there's a little Johnny Smith, was really good at getting guys open, which I thought could be a really good fit with Geno, because Geno's not great at progressions, but he's really accurate. He's a good first read kind of quarterback. He'll get the ball where it needs to be. They did a lot of multiple formations, a lot of motion, all the innovative stuff you could ever imagine, a lot of play action, a lot of misdirection, fake toss this way, throw back that way. We didn't see any of that in week one, man. We didn't see any easy button throws. We didn't see anything from Geno that was like, he just got the ball to JSN. He just got the ball to DK Metcalf on time. None of that. I mean, they ran the ball well, but like, that was scary to me.
You know what else, dude? They didn't run play action. They had one of the lowest play action rates, which was kind of shocking to me. Like I was like, I thought we were getting a offensive upgrade here from the design perspective.
Right. The design sucked. It was annoying.
Great defense there. They
finally wrote that up
Tyreek.
In signals as a pretty big concern. I mean, I think the chat probably is talking about the Seahawks there when they said that O-line suspect. That's why the play design was going to be so exciting. Like Miami's play O-line is suspect, right? But McDaniel gets the ball to his guys, and Tua's able to deliver it on time, first read stuff. Like it's all route combinations. They're running dudes through zones to draw coverage, and then another guy gets to that vacated space. I mean, that's what route combinations are, right? All about getting into vacated space. And like McDaniel does it very well. They get the ball out on time. It doesn't affect the offensive, or the offensive line doesn't affect the pass concepts. I thought we might get that in Seattle. I just don't think we are after week one. Concerning. Because Grubb he coached under DeBoer, who was the head coach at UW, and UW's offense was sick last year. But I always kind of had a sneaking suspicion that DeBoer was kind of the mastermind behind that, who got hired to be Alabama's head coach, and he's there now. It's tricky.
Yeah, the fact that like Surtain put the clamps down on Metcalf, and Lockett had a good game, but the fact that JSN couldn't get going was pretty discouraging in that setup.
For sure.
Very discouraging.
Yeah, Lockett was the one. What was interesting is Lockett drew a bunch of double coverage. So I'm like, I don't like that the defense thinks like they need to defend Lockett the best.
The other thing is JSN was the one on the field in the two wide receiver sets with Metcalf.
Right.
It was Lockett was.
Yeah, but Lockett was really getting targeted when on the field. JSN was not.
Yeah, it's not good. I mean, honestly, as far as one game could go, the chat's saying at least he isn't Shane Waldron. I'm concerned he is.
He might be, dude.
Fun fact about Ryan Grubb. After DeBoer left, I've told this on pods, I don't know where, but after DeBoer left, he interviewed, and I was bummed that DeBoer left because that offense was so fun, and I was so excited we had him. We had a coach that was doing really awesome, innovative stuff, and it was really helping the success of the team, I think. After he left, they interviewed Grubb to be the head coach at UW. He wanted to take over the offensive coordinator, and he didn't get the job. And I was kind of bummed about that. And then he sent out a statement that, statement to Husky Nation about how he was kind of bummed that he'd been informed that he wasn't going to get the job. This before they announced the other hire. And he wrote it in all caps. It's a whole paragraph. Like just a total boomer move to write a professional statement in all caps. I don't know if that affects play call design.
It wasn't our podcast that you said that on, because
like I would have remembered that.
I would have remembered that.
That's a red flag. That's a red flag.
That's a huge red flag. Oh no.
Speaking of offensive line, like 2 minutes later, did you guys see how good Joe Alt was for the Chargers against Crosby?
No.
Dude, he put him in jail. Like, first start, Crosby couldn't do anything against him. So I know we all wanted the Chargers to draft Neighbors, but they might have gotten that right.
Well, I saw Pats fans being like, man, we should have just taken Alt. I did see some of that.
Crosby couldn't do anything all game.
Wow. I did not. I don't scout O-line play. I mean,
I don't.
About Dom.
Perusing, watched the game a little, and was like, where was Max Crosby the whole time? And then
are you saying the edge in on FFPC is scouting left tackles?
I don't know. We were talking about O-line, and I thought about Neighbors, the Chargers, and we all wanted them to do that.
We're trying to learn from you guys. Anything we can. We are literally chasing you two. the back-to-back FFPC main event champs. Apparently, it's left tackle.
Oh, man,
what a fucking throw! Oh my god!
What's a flag?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
it's probably for hitting him in the head. Yeah, probably
Yeah,
for hitting him in the
I think
head.
so. Yeah.
What a throw! There's 4 guys
Nice
there.
throw.
Jesus. He has at least 1 or 2 of those every game where you're just like, what the fuck was that?
Just seeing it now. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, tag on 15. Come on.
There you go.
Have the Dolphins only thrown to Tyreek 1 time this game? Or
The deep shot, 3rd and 13 on the first drive.
That's a legit targeting.
Or second.
He's gotten a couple of those like little sweepy things.
Yeah.
That's former Bill, right? Poyer?
Yeah, former Bill
Yeah.
Poyer. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We got a long way to go on some of these pick'ems too.
I know we're not looking great. The
Yeah, we're not looking great.
the Hill over Shakir when Shakir's actually doing stuff.
I know. There's Ray
Wow.
Davis.
Right,
That's
there.
Ray Davis.
Yeah.
That was good. He looked kind of Singletary-esque. In a good way.
Yeah, honestly, like the Cook and Kincaid stuff looks fine. We got a long way to go with Tyreek. It feels like a long way to go with Keon, and Josh Allen can get there quickly.
Oh yeah.
Davis.
Really?
Yeah.
David.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
That's
go.
really good.
He's like
Yes.
no nonsense, right? Just makes the one cut and then just heads downhill.
He's not like running super fast, but he just feels like he's the right speed to get through those blocks.
Right.
Yeah, he's not like really good at anything, but it looks like he's just like good at
Yeah.
a bunch of stuff.
No, I think
Those
you're
kind
right.
of guys.
That's-
I
he,
like
looks,
that.
he looks like Singletary. That's the
it's
same
the-
thing.
Right.
Yeah.
To me, it always reminds me of Frank Gore, and I did this with Kamani Vidal after the preseason. But like that to me was a Frank Gore run. Like you're just like
Totally.
navigating through that somehow so easily. And
Yeah,
you're
it's a
big,
little
but you're
Gore-esque,
getting
yeah.
small, and you're just like flowing through, like skiing.
Are you saying Ray Davis is going to play till he's 40?
That's exactly what I was saying.
I think he's going to have a job to backup running back for a while. I mean, from what you've seen so far, like one cut.
Isn't he already
Wasn't
like
that the
30?
Singletary MO?
he's
like
24,
just
25.
just good at like just barely good at everything. Like that's kind of
For sure.
that plays.
Yeah. It's great.
Oh. Is that not the D?
How much do you guys like? So Schopp was talking about Bills fans are kind of calling in, kind of worried about stuff. Obviously, this offseason, kind of a reset for the Bills fans, long suffering. The first like competitive window is probably over. It's kind of like a new competitive window that is, I think, just like immediately going to start. But it is sort of a new page, right? With Diggs out. Like, how much are you guys? Where are you at as fans? Are Bills fans kind of bummed that window is over, or I feel like it's not? I don't know. Like, you know what I'm asking?
I don't think the window's over at all. I think we got rid of Diggs at the exact perfect time. If you wait another year and he does more of what he was doing down the stretch, then you're lucky to get a 5th rounder at that point. So getting Minnesota's 2nd round pick, who's projected to be not the best team this year, it felt like a good time to cash out. And we have Josh Allen at quarterback. He's still the 2nd best quarterback in the league. I think we're going to be just fine. Sometimes you just got to hit the reset button, and I think we're pretty happy with what we had. I think Curtis Samuel is going to serve an important purpose on 3rd downs, even though it looks like Shakir is our main weapon early here. I think we're going to be just fine.
Do you actually believe that?
I think to Mike's point, like he might be getting. I mean, he's on the front lines every day. Obviously, I mean, people call him radio.
Ty
shows,
Johnson.
You know? Like my little brother's called radio shows a couple times. Like I know how this goes. I think if you want to frame it in a certain way, it's like maybe a little impatient. Like we'd expected the team to be a bit. There we go. Further, like have gotten to a super. Obviously, you want to win, but like I think it's the getting to the divisionals, getting stuck there. There's some impatience. I mean, the hockey team in Buffalo sucks too. So like I think there might be some eagerness to see like that.
Wow.
Coming in after
Josh Allen bags. Yeah.
Since when did we play him in the goal line package? Wow.
Right. That was kind of wild.
That's got to be the first time we've used him inside the 2-yard line in his career.
It's big.
Not great for the bags.
Now we need Tyreek to catch up quickly.
Yeah, we do.
That's one of those things where you get a completion, like a long completion down to the 1. It's 1st and goal from the 1. It's a straight ahead run 95% of the time. It's 1st and goal. They're going to hand it off. They're not going to put the quarterback at risk. And it's just it's one of those things that the data has shown that like snaps from the 1-yard line are super random. That pass play could have went for a touchdown, right? The fact that he got down right to the 1 leads to an opportunity for Cook. The reason that we've never seen that before is just essentially that's a random occurrence, right? Like whether or not you
Ty Johnson was the one that took it down to the 1. So I do think it's of note that Cook comes in.
That is of note, but he was out there for it was a 3rd down, right? Like a passing down, right? And then gets the big play.
Yeah, but Ray Davis was in for the series before that.
Sure, that's true. That's a good point. Ray Davis was in. We hadn't seen Cook for a while. He comes in.
We hadn't seen Cook for a while, and he comes in at the 1.
That's a good point.
I felt like the defense wasn't ready for either of those Cook plays because we never give it to him down there.
They're ready to stuff to Josh Allen.
Everyone thought it's going to Josh Allen down there, so no one's looking for James Cook.
For 2 years now, he's a decoy. It's a shame they wasted it in week 2, but yeah.
Yeah, we got to get it on tape that we'll hand it off to our running back from the 1-yard line. I mean, teams got it.
That's sort of what I'm saying. It's like that's the opportunity to show that you will do that. Like we'll go ahead and run the ball once.
In the playoffs, it's Josh for sure.
I mean, it's week 2. Like, there's never been a more predictable. Yeah, they're gonna give it to James Cook here.
Dude, you see Jalen Ramsey get cooked by Ty Johnson? I think he literally didn't believe that Josh Allen would throw that. Like he's like, Ty Johnson? Nah, he's not throwing it there.
I look away for 1 second and Liam's making a take. There's no introduction. It's like,
real quick, winner, baby.
And he came in with a Ty Johnson cooked Jalen Ramsey take. Like,
he did, dude.
The tone of the show.
I'm like, I'm panically trying to re-download Prime so I can watch this game. I'm not a guy who usually like watches the game with people. Like I'm pretty locked in. So this is a big growth of me coming on a stream during the Bills game, I would say. Thanks for having me.
Pretty on brand for the third thing you said and talk about how big it is for you to join the stream.
Good to see you, Pat.
Dom and Nick, do you guys think of Liam different as a Bills fan since he's retired to South Florida and not sticking it out with the winners with you guys?
No. That's totally acceptable behavior from up north. So we love Liam. We love the representation in Florida.
Hey man, someone's got to spread the good word down here.
I didn't grow up in Buffalo, snowbirds, so we love Florida.
There's lots of people that claim Liam like that truck stop in where was that? New Jersey, where you watched Kenny Pickett play?
That was either in Georgia or in Florida on the way back from the wedding. Oh man, how you boys doing? I'm pretty shocked the Bills D has gotten some stops. You know, like they're down a bunch of guys. I don't know why. Like, no need to be proud, Miami. You don't need to throw it deep. Just keep on like giving Tyreek the ball, giving Achane the ball. I don't see how we could stop that. Happy that Kincaid is playing, but I don't think he's going to be too involved after the knee to the head.
Well, like, he should either
Oh
be
my
fully
God.
involved or not involved at all, right? Like, what's the, you know what I mean? Like, is he concussed or not? Because if he's not, get him out there.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Like, it seemed like they clearly were like, okay, we're going to get you involved. And then he took that brutal knee to the head. So I don't know. I'm kind of like of the assumption he'll be a little decoy-ish, but.
Oh, he went to the locker room, he grabbed his in, now he's back in there. What's the issue?
Yeah. And Achane looks good, huh?
Amazing. Dude, how about that Miami dude who's like, this dude's just firing off takes left and right, hoping that something can land on Twitter. Omar, he's like,
Omar? Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, Achane, he's unplayable. And then he's like, it's Jeff Wilson. Jeff Wilson won't see the field. He literally says in one of the tweets, I'm farming my own land, which is a little too on point for what the man's doing.
I got a confession, guys. I was not trying to play Achane tonight. I was trying to be a coward. We didn't have like an amazing other option, but there's a text somewhere in our group chat that says, let me go on the record by saying Achane's not a good play tonight. So
hang on. No, but this is how bad we judge it. Who would you have played over him?
No, that was I was just being a little angsty about it. We had like Zach Moss in one spot, and then the other team, it was like worse than that. Like we couldn't really.
Zach Moss wouldn't have been horrendous.
Did you play him in both?
Yeah.
Yeah, we played him everywhere. Yeah.
That's why you got co-managers.
Yeah, they kept me on the straight and narrow there, which was great. That is exactly why
you let Omar get to you.
We learned our lesson the hard way last year on
Achane. That's also true, Kazi.
What did you say?
We learned our lesson the hard way on Achane last year.
Oh, did you sit him in week 3?
Oh, we sure did. We had him on two teams.
Wow.
We had him on two teams, and I wanted to play him on one, and they both didn't want to play him, and we had to watch all those 50 points come in that whole week, and it was not fun. Not fun.
I mean, that story ages like a fine wine, but he was such a thin play that week.
He was. Yeah, he had one carry the previous week. It was a thin play. I mean, our
put a cork in it, Nick.
backs weren't that great in a couple spots, so it felt like let's just go with the YOLO vibe play, and it turned out to be the best play you could ever imagine.
Shout out to Colin in the chat, gifted 5 ship chasing memberships. Also, Tyler wanted to check in on you, Dom. He called you a soft Bitcoin.
He's texting me saying my hands are small. Like, dude, what the fuck are you talking? Like, I mean, I'm only like 5'10", but like, dude,
hilarious.
No.
I'd like to respond to the Short King allegations from Vegas. I am.
Oh yeah, you got blown up for that.
You're a normal height.
You guys are too tall.
Yeah, you're a normal height.
You're just way too tall. Pete's way too tall, and I come out looking like a short king. I'm 5'10".
Yeah, no, you're totally normal height. I don't know where that came
That's why you got to get Davis out next year. Then you could get back.
It came from standing next to you guys. Is where it came from. We know exactly. Yeah.
I think from like the top up, you profile as a taller gentleman. I think that's really
extreme tall. Extreme tall.
Extreme tall. That's right.
And anyone who thought Pat was super tall just didn't grind enough footage, because there's footage of Pat playing flag football. You know, some of the best fantasy analysts have broke it down. You know, the footage is out there. Pete just looks like 6'4" though with everyone out in Vegas. It looked unreal with all the draft boards and whatnot. Was it fun?
It's fun. Yeah, it's always a good time.
I'm a firm 5'11", and I'm not 6 foot.
Me neither, buddy.
Yeah, very honest with you.
You're actually
seeing the pictures of me standing next to Sean and like I don't know if I would have paired up with these guys if I looked like the Make-A-Wish kid, like standing.
That's how I was feeling.
The money, both 6 inches taller than me.
That's why I said. That's why I said I was answering that.
I would not have a read on your height. I guess I've never seen you like in a photo.
Liam, I could see Liam being like wildly tall. Like I could see Liam being like
it's like 6'8",
yeah, or just
Liam,
jump off the chair straight to the ground.
You could be lanky. I could see you being real lanky.
Nothing will ever top that
wingspan.
Leone in Hertz
there you go.
photo, where Leone looks like a little munchkin.
That's one of the best.
Yeah.
I got a 6'2" wingspan. Should have been a corner in another life.
6'2" wingspan.
Why are you measuring your wingspan?
That's what we do in college. Like where we had tape measurers, and so we're like, all right, boys, let's.
I know where this story goes.
Yeah.
And we're like,
I don't think it was just
wingspan.
Yeah,
we just had tape measures laying around the dorms. I don't know. They're there.
This was at this was actually in Iceland that we did this, but
oh no.
There's literally a penis museum in Iceland, so this entire story is starting to check.
It was cold in Iceland. It's Iceland, guys.
How about Miami being favored in this game?
I
don't know.
I really try not to bet the Bills. Like, I'm not a huge like straight up better. I saw that today. I was like, what are we doing here? Like, it's just the standard like home favorite pick 'em line, I guess, but like didn't feel right at all.
What was the line?
It opened Miami.
2.5.
Yeah, it opened 1.5 and it got up to 2.5.
That's
and I know like running backs don't matter, but like
oh my god, yes.
Go.
Get us those yards. Get us those
League
yards.
winner.
Let's
winner.
go.
Wow.
Oh my
That's
god. Oh my god.
Hat trick?
Oh my god.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, hat trick, dude.
The thing is the Ray Davis clan, which I like, I drafted both Cook and Ray Davis, but you got things to be happy about for Ray Davis tonight too, like
for sure
getting involved.
He looked really good.
I thought
on that drive.
just how much they've wanted to run the ball, even with Cook, like boosted the value of the handcuff running backs.
Totally.
Yeah, Cook's not
Right, did we?
like he's not Achan, but he's like in that mold,
Well, that was we did. I got to give a shout out to Daniel Raz. He did the True Serum take on the Deposit Kingdom video, and his was that James Cook should be going like where Jahmyr Gibbs was going. He was basically saying like if you're going to do the efficiency thing, that was his hot take, which looks pretty nice right now.
Looks great.
I don't think Cook will ever get the target numbers that Gibbs can get, but like he's like a legitimate like okay, he dropped 4 touchdowns last year, but you have to be good to get those targets down the field, and he gets these like kind of like CMC leak out routes too, like he scored today on.
So I was gonna do Cook as my Truth Serum take, but it was so much weaker because I went through and looked at like what Daniel had done. So I was like, oh, he did. I was gonna say he should go ahead of Pacheco, and I was like, he's got him up with Gibbs. I gotta find someone else. But that was kind of like where I never got to the Gibbs. I didn't believe that, but I did believe he should go right ahead of Pacheco because it's the same sort of bet, explosive back on an explosive offense. But I just thought he was better.
Well, he's more explosive than Pacheco. Pacheco, like I wrote about that too, where it's like Pacheco, he was getting super hyped because we just assumed he'd be 3 down and no one else would land there. So it was like the lack of enthusiasm in anyone else existing as the RB2. But like Cook and even Rachaad White, which like, I mean, maybe he holds on to it or not, but I thought they'd be like pretty involved in the passing game. And like,
Bucky looks good, huh?
Backs. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's like Bucky actually did he get like most of his snaps when the game was competitive, or was it like garbage time-ish against the Commanders? I mean, like, what can we take away from it? I think Bucky looks good.
Whose phone keeps buzzing?
I gotta know who gets this many texts during a game.
That's my bad. That's probably mine. Yeah.
I like how you're ignoring them all too. You're
just reminding us that we're playing James Cook on 2 teams in the main.
Yeah.
That's like 75 texts you've got in the last like 10 minutes.
It's a popular man.
This one Discord chat is just like 10 people just talking for football the whole time.
Man,
I
Discord
started just muting.
like
Discord notifications that's
dude,
too
you
much.
got- you gotta get the
can't
buzz.
keep
You
You
doing
got
that.
a buzz
Yeah.
on Discord notification.
Wait,
Buzz
should we
on
put,
Discord.
should we
No,
put
it's-
Kazi on the spot
it's-
here? Do you know how to turn off all those notifications, Nick?
God, I might have to ask for
I do
assistance
not,
from my
hands
boys.
up.
That's out
It's
of
not
my
by choice.
level. It's out of my level.
Hands
of
up, I have to close
expertise.
Discord on my computer when I'm like streaming, so I don't hear like ding ding.
Oh!
ding.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Achane and Cook look real good in this game. Is this,
Yes.
this is just like the running back resurgence season so far?
That almost looked like a pick six, didn't it? The way he kind of bobbled it, I thought the defender almost had it.
I missed that part of the play. Ooh,
I
yeah, it
don't
was-
know, something the way he caught it. I thought the defender had gotten it.
I thought it was pretty lazy of the people who are touting the Bills defense to like be disastrous this year because Trey.
Oh, you
White
thought
left.
a negative Bills
You
take
didn't like
was
that take?
lazy?
No, I thought it. I thought it would have been warranted if like legitimate starters left, but like okay, Trey White left, who has been injured and hasn't played. Jordan Poyer left, who's old and really not the same player anymore. Micah Hyde left, who is basically retired. Like they didn't lose anyone young. They've lost people now. Like they lost Matt Milano now. They lost Teron Johnson now. They lost Terrell Bernard now. But going into the year, I didn't think so.
Bills
Hyde
defense
and Boyer, that's
regression
a lot of-
takes didn't find their way to my timeline, so you guys could. I didn't see this.
There was a lot of people saying that. I thought at least.
I personally think there's still plenty of reason to be concerned on the back end. I mean, you can say what you want about their age, but that's a lot of like tribal tacit knowledge, 7 years in the system. And frankly, like our safeties are still pretty questionable. Like we'll see when we get tested.
So
Yeah, but I think safety is like the least important position. And their corners are good. Like they're not fast, but they're like good.
we're
kinda
getting
what-
the full Liam. Everything the Bills do is perfect, and then the Dom like really reasonable Bills take going at each other right now. It's fantastic.
I don't really agree that
I don't
safety's
think I
not-
said that, Gretch. That's a way to paraphrase that. But no, the Bills safeties are questionable. I just think safety is the most replaceable position in football. Like there's a lot of guys who could be a safety. Corners literally become them.
Could
when
you
they
be
can't
a
play
safety?
corner. In another life, Gretch, maybe. But
I
no,
bet
I mean, like,
Liam's crazy enough to think like if I just train for a year, I bet I
Right.
could be an average NFL safety.
I was getting a beer, but how do we not?
I'm slow now.
How do we not bring back the wingspan comment? Of course, he could be a safety. He's a wingspan.
16, baby.
Mark score.
I realized why we're not ahead on all of our pick'ems right now. I got to break out of Modelo. That's
There you go.
Wow.
I was doing it all wrong. It's way too late.
And
Sorry for,
Gretch had
sorry
a
for waiting.
3-pack of Modelo's.
We're down to a 1.5 pack. We already emptied one.
I'd have to drink tequila out of a coffee mug, I think would be my play if I didn't want to leave my office.
No fridge in the office, Pete?
No, too poor. I haven't won $1 million playing fantasy like half you fuckers.
Wow, the price of fridges have really
You're
gone
like
up.
so organized. I thought you would have one.
No, honestly, it's probably a subconscious thing of like not to have that temptation of just being like anytime I want a cold beer underneath my legs.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
All right, let's play a game, guys. How many James Cook has 27 PPR points right now. How many games will he have above 25 points the rest of the year?
2 more.
2.
Or let's say above 20. Above 20.
25?
Oh, above
Above
20 low.
Above 20 points. How many games above 20 the rest of the year? Regular season.
3.
PPR.
Three.
Or
PPR.
3.
PPR.
I'm the
Yeah.
bull.
I'm gonna give him 5. I'm gonna give him
Yeah,
5.
I think
Oh,
5
Pat
is
comes over the
like,
top.
I would take over 4.5 for sure.
Over
I bet you
4.5. I mean, that's dude.
Okay, so you got
How many did he have last year?
6-point games in a season is a
Like,
really
2.
good season.
It's a really good season.
3 or 4, Pete?
I bet he had
Yeah.
2 last year.
He had 40 points. Like the thing about the Bills is they're typically like, I still don't know what to think about Joe Brady, but it seems like he wants to be matchup based, which, seems somewhat logical, even if it's going to be run heavy at times.
Pete, we're getting worked right now, right?
Yeah, we
What do we need?
We need Tyreek Hill and Keon Coleman the most. Cook's almost there. Kincaid's pace is like fine if the Bills can get pushed at all. We what we really need is a quick Tyreek Hill
touchdown.
Also,
what we need is to open the Underdog Lobby because there's a minute left in half.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
There is nothing I'd want to be least than to be a corner covering Tyreek on like a deep bomb. Like the fear that must strike into your heart when the ball's just sailing in the air.
Oh god.
The vibrations are back.
Yeah, they don't have anything in the lobby yet, but when it is up, oh no, they do. It looks like a bunch of stuff's off because of the drive, so we'll get this pulled up in a second.
Nice.
What are some of our leans before we even see it? Like, what kind of game script stuff do we like? Do we like Dolphins PPR scamming and
I like Ray Davis, I think.
Mm.
I'll take anything Ray Davis. So we're gonna be running a lot. He looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like they don't have anything up for Ray right now.
Especially if they give you like a passing game one on him.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I was going to say Achane unders because he's kind of banged up. They might pull him out early, but it looks like it's only like 18 rushing yards in the whole second half, which is one carry for him. He's already got 16 rushing yards.
I'd be into that.
I'm over that. Yeah. They're going to hand it off to him.
Well, the Bills get the ball at half, so this game could get out of hand.
You think
so you don't like us
win?
taking a Dolphin? Is that what you're saying?
No, I would be into Achane, and I think the Dolphins are going to act like they can win, but you probably want to score here.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
Josh Allen is not on his way to a big fantasy point night because James Cook is doing everything.
Yeah, that part of the thesis was we needed more of those to be passing.
Yeah. I mean, almost like if that Ty Johnson play got in the end zone, that'd be pretty different.
Yeah,
big swing,
huge swing for Cook, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, just 6 extra points, really.
I mean, I really didn't think Ty Johnson had that in his bag of tricks. Like if you see that play, Jalen Ramsey's like, no, he's not going to throw it there.
Tua. 3rd and 11, scramble for the first down. Let's make this a game, buddy. Screw these Bills fans. Trying to watch some good football in the second half.
Get excited for some Baylor Spectre tackles. That's good football, Gretch.
I don't know who that is.
Why is Tyreek on the sideline?
4th-string linebacker for the Bills. Well, I guess
pretty crazy. Miami should be 0-2, assuming they lose this game. Like, I can't believe the Jags fell apart there.
Yeah, they
handled
Wilson
that game. Green.
Take those PPR.
Time out. Why is the clock still running? What are we doing? I'm actively rooting against our guests.
That's fine.
They'll survive.
How did they get all the way down to 19 seconds? It was down at 21. All right, they put it back to 21. One timeout left. You're in field goal range now. You got to push the ball. I think you try to go middle of the field, cut it in half or 2/3 of the way, use that last timeout. Then you got a couple shots to the end zone, kick your field goal. But the middle of the field is going to probably be open because you're down to one timeout. I don't think the Bills are going to be hyper concerned about the middle of the field.
No, you'll probably see like some.
I love the guy in the chat who said, I think Cook is my first best ball win in week 2. I mean, week 1 was rough as far as just like random dude score. I think Jonnu Smith over seems tempting. He's pretty involved on these dump offs.
Yeah, he's been catching some passes.
They're kind of scheming up little stuff to him, so I could see that continuing.
They did a short middle pass.
Especially if they yank Achane, like, it's kind of like the The dump off dude.
Yeah, I wonder if they.
And Smythe.
Yeah, I wonder if we
Smythe
could see
had,
some
like,
Jalen Wright.
That's interesting. That's actually really interesting. I like that one. I was gonna say Smythe had about a third of the routes last week, but I feel like if they abandon the run at any point, then it would have to be Jonnu, right?
I like the Jonnu idea. I kind of liked it before the game too.
So it must be then based on the snap counts that Jonnu's not playing a ton, but when he is on the field, he's earning targets.
Pass down.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got 33 receiving yards. He only needs like 10 more.
I mean,
Yeah,
why
Tyreek
would you just
Hill's-
motion everyone and just like pop pass it to Tyreek half the plays? I don't think we could stop that.
I kind of like even just coming back to the regular Tyreek receiving. He's at 16 now. It's set at 66, so you just need 50 in the
I like
second
that.
half.
That's it.
I like
Yeah, that's
that.
fun.
Or that TD, you get the 1.13.
Yeah.
But yeah, the receiving yards is money.
Yeah, I like the receiving yards a lot.
Let's see if they'll give us. Yeah, still no of the rookie running backs on the board.
That's a shame.
You
What
don't
was
usually
the-
get
What were the
those
kicker ones? Go check the kicker ones real quick.
Yeah.
We like the
It's still
in-game
sitting
kicker
at 1.5,
stuff.
but they're lowering the odds.
Oh, look at that! Go to Bass. Oh, it's only 0.75 for the kick. I don't love it.
Oh, there's
Johnny.
Johnny, right?
More
Yeah.
Johnny.
So Buffalo's going to try to just bleed as much clock as they can out of the half. I don't know if that is a lot of Cook, a lot of Josh, a lot of whatever.
They'll probably rotate the backs, but I wish they'd give us. Do they give us any Ty Johnson or not?
No. Jeff Wilson's the only backup running back on the board right now.
When there's like three dudes involved, you usually don't see
Yeah.
something.
We might get a few extra things when All right, yeah, Liam, you're gonna have to give us a Sun Run pick here. Bills Homer, Liam Sun Run.
Well, I think if you're gonna pick if you're gonna stick with Reek, I feel like you're gonna want some other. You're assuming Miami's gonna push him a bit, right? So you need some other Bills pass catcher one way or another. I also like the Jonnu idea still. I mean, it seems like he's clearly involved, and there's a matchup there with the linebacking issues. So if you're gonna play Reek, I think you kind of need to find another.
Maybe
What's
double.
your read though on who that is?
I think they're going to let Cook stay in the game until it's out of hand, and they're going to let him be the guy salting it away, especially like prime time, first
37 and a half rush yards for Cook in the second half. That seems doable.
He's got to
That
break
does
one.
seem doable.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What's Samuel's?
They don't
only
have
need-
anything
He only
yet.
needs 3
Zero?
receiving yards.
Or just 0? Yeah. A catch?
Oh, let's
Do you
do
like
that.
that?
Seems-
Like 1
Yeah.
yard?
Yeah.
Do we have snaps on him? Has he been playing? I mean,
I mean, he had the one target for
Wasn't
sure. He
Johnson
hasn't played a ton.
He got
Let me see if I can
targeted
find
on but like the linebacker was covering him and made a hell of a play on that.
I'm just thinking of like a fake running play that's a short pass to.
Do we like
for a
do
yard.
we want reception or receiving yards?
You probably want to
You probably want
take
receptions if you're going to do it.
you probably want to take a Bass field goal over because I could see Buffalo being more willing.
It's only
to
like
accept
0.75 right now.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, it's probably a good idea, but you're laying quite a bit on it.
I don't mind the Samuel catch thought.
I don't think he's been out there much.
Yeah, it might be a little too cute.
like-
but
Yeah.
I still
it's a
think
little-
the turf toe is impacting him. Like, I don't think this was the plan.
It's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be.
He played running back on a snap too.
Do we think Tua throws for 161 yards?
No.
That seems like a lot.
What's he at?
He's at 97 and the line's 250.
Yeah, but the Bills, like they're going to run a real soft zone probably and just try to make these drives as long.
The problem is he can hit 70 of those on one play to Tyreek. I'm not saying he will, but he can.
Well, I don't mind correlating it.
We go Tyreek, Jonnu, Tua.
Well, Tyreek's going to the locker room, so what's up with that? Is that
we're really taking 2 Dolphins pass catchers and 2?
Yeah, he was just heading.
No. It would be Tua higher.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, Tua higher.
Tyreek
just went to the locker room. Do you want to maybe?
Yeah, because he's done with this half.
Rip the lower real quick.
Okay.
So Johnny had 40 yards in the first half, but they pulled him right now. Oh no, here he is. So do we like Johnny for 10 yards?
Yeah. I think he'll be part of that like dump off stuff that they'll probably.
Would you guys want to do this as a core for a second half core and then do a 5 off of? So Tyreek 63.5, Cook 97.5, Jonnu 49.5.
That works for me.
Do you like that, Gretch?
I dig it.
Sure.
All right.
I don't have any strong takes on this, honestly.
I got to run, boys. I got to go put 2 little boys to bed.
Thanks for hopping on, man.
Yeah.
Good.
Thanks for having me, guys. Talk soon.
I'm also going to run, boys, with the being halftime. Got to make some food here.
All right. Sounds good, Liam.
Enjoy
It's good
Thank
seeing
you
you.
for having us, guys.
Good
Yeah,
luck
of course,
you,
man.
Yeah.
All right.
Later,
We'll see you guys.
Peace.
Peace. All right. I just dropped that in the chat. If you guys want to tail that, we could build a 5-legger off this. Maybe we'll get something else in here too.
You have a read on a 5th leg? Because I guess it would be the 2 over we add, and then anything else.
You got anything, Gretch?
I mean, I'm not seeing a ton. I like the Wilson and Wright stuff, but
yeah.
How much more does Achane need?
So Achane needs 90, so 21 rushing yards. But then if you include the receiving, it's 42 yards he needs to get.
I mean, one of the things that can happen in the second half is the Bills can just control the game. We like the Cook rushing, but the receiving doesn't come back. Like nothing happens on the other side. You know what I mean? Like there could just it could be unders. Like it could be the Tua under passing yards, lower passing yards with the Cook higher rushing yards. They just don't throw enough. But I don't know what else you build off of that.
Yeah. I wish we had some more of the backup running backs on the board.
I did too. When you got so when you guys that core just there, like if Cook gets another 30 rushing yards or 37 or whatever, like they're running a lot of clock on all that probably. So it's a little bit tricky for Miami play volume.
The only thing is I mean, the James Cook, he's done it on so few touches. Like he's ripping off these big runs, so it could be quicker than just 2 yards in a cloud of dust.
Yeah, it's true.
Chat.
Johnny's stuff already got bumped up, so I mean, I think you nailed that part of it. I mean, what if we did Cook higher rushing, Tua lower passing, with a little Bills high? Because like we're basically just saying the Bills control the ball. So like the Samuel catch or something like a little bit in the passing game from the Bills side, because they would throw a little, you know.
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah. I also don't want to go against us too much with that initial one.
Kincaid lower yards is someone's pointing out, which I think goes directly against our initial one. But
yeah,
that makes sense. Kincaid lower yards, they might not actually play him a lot because of the script and the concussion risk stuff.
Yeah. Come on, give us
that one. Actually, does make sense. It's betting against our initial 5-leg hitting, but
The only way our initial 5 leg hits is if Miami scores quick in the third. Get a stop.
Yeah, let me
or
just
quick.
Let me just look at that
Right.
one too, real quick here. Yeah, so we need a shit ton from Tyreek. It's 16 versus 98. We need 44.5 from Coleman. Cook's gonna get there. He's only 6 yards off. Kincaid needs what, 28, 29 yards, and then
He's
Allen
there on the
was
other
pretty
one.
far off. Yeah, but the that one wasn't. That was the Discord only one. This is the one that most people have. Yeah, so I think we can go against this one just because it's such a lost cause at this point.
It really
I
does
agree.
feel like a lost cause.
Yeah, I agree.
Even the 3 leg was probably not getting there.
Because that has the Tyreek Shakir on it, which Shakir just
Yeah,
put up too many yards in the beginning.
yeah, this is the 3 leg. Yeah, it's just, and it's gonna be really hard. I mean, the Allen thing would have been on its way if James Cook didn't hog every. We just got on the wrong side of this because we were like banking touchdowns through Allen and yards through Cook, and it like basically was just flipped.
Yeah, it flipped.
Right. That Ty Johnson play that Pat pointed out, like, I mean, if that just got in, that would be,
Yeah.
we'd be great.
Yeah.
I mean, other than needing a lot from Hill, but we'd be live.
Right. I mean, yeah, the ticket would still be dead, but
We don't have to force a 5 leg either. We could just do another 3.
yeah, I'd be fine with another 3. Yeah, Coleman 0 targets. AZ
Yeah, that sucks.
MTN man points out that's no fun.
No.
I was kind of encouraged by his week 1, but this is no fun.
So do you want to play, Gretch? What was your idea? You play like the Tua lower, the James
Tua lower
Cook?
passing, Cook. Yeah, if you want to root for Cook rushing, there's 2 ways that it goes. Either Miami gets back in the game and Cook is running, but it's a little bit of a shootout, or they just kind of put Miami away. At which point, I think that Tua doesn't get there on the passing at all. I don't know what the 3rd leg is.
Probably taking like a Waddle lower with it, where it's like Waddle would be the guy to like swing the Tua passing stuff in either direction.
I like that.
I like that too.
That's very logical, yeah.
That's probably going to be like a correlation doc. Yeah.
Yeah, 5x. Yeah, 100 to 459. But I don't mind that one. Or we could do, instead of Waddle, we could do the Kincaid under if we think they're just not going to force him.
That is a if we what's the payout difference?
Yeah, let's check that. If we go lower, that's 5.82, so slightly better. $100 difference, basically.
Yeah, I'd probably do that.
I'm open to either. Yeah.
All right. Honestly, we could split it and do both if you want.
Yeah. I think I like let's split it. I like the Waddle one because the correlation does it's worth the there's a reason for a correlation doc. Yeah, the correlation correlates. All right, the reason for a doc there.
We'll split it and we'll do 50 on these. So we're gonna do here the Cook higher rushing to a lower passing, and then this first one had Jalen Waddle lower receiving yards, and then we're going to also swap out a Waddle lower for a Kincaid lower.
Nice.
All right.
That'd be fun.
I'll drop those in the chat.
Yeah.
We got some more sweats.
We do. You want to explain the giveaway, Pete? Because I think we're not looking great.
I also need.
I'll be back.
Yeah, go for it, Pat. I'm going to get that form made too.
All right, so we're doing a giveaway every week. What's the giveaway? How much are we giving out?
$100 each week.
$100 each week. But if we don't hit the 3 pick core, our 3 pick 'em core is how we when we hit it, we give out $100 that week. But if we don't hit it, and this is looking like maybe it's one of those weeks, we roll that over. So next week it'd be $200. So Pete's going to get the form for everyone to fill out, and you'll be eligible to win by filling this form out.
Yep, just dropped the form in the chat. Someone asked this at the top of the show. This is a new form. I'm not using the same one as last year. So everyone needs to fill it out if you want to be eligible. It's just 2 things that we need: your Underdog username and your YouTube username. And yes, we will be asking ChatGPT, Davis Maddox style, for the terms of service.
Well, we considered doing it as like a percentage of our winnings, but then it did get complicated. The lawyer fees actually ate up, all the winnings that we were gonna have. So this is just a lot simpler,
Very much so. And then the rest of the year, you'll get to hear me say, and if you've already filled this out, don't fill it out again, because then I have to start removing duplicates and all that good stuff.
Wait, I got to hear the story behind what you were just saying with the Chat GPT thing. I haven't heard this. Davis.
You didn't see Davis's giveaway?
Giveaway?
Saw the giveaway. What's the deal with the terms of service and the Chat GPT stuff?
He hired a lawyer named Chat GPT.
Amazing.
There were some funny things in there. Like if someone doesn't claim it within a week, the offer is off the table. I was saying someone has to slow roll them on it. Yeah, like like the last minute.
The last minute. Oh my
god. Yeah, Nick. Steph isn't coming on tonight. She's feeling under the weather. But it would be a good time as we wait for halftime to wrap up. We could pull up her article. She did a little bit of a roundup of some of our teams.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea.
I would say mixed bag for us. I think we're probably around 500 across the portfolio.
I never consider that a mixed bag. If we hit 500 in week 1 with the way that we build, I'm psyched. Yeah. I'm honestly psyched. I mean, we don't take running backs early. Early running backs score points in the beginning of the season. That's like why they go early. So,
especially this week.
Yeah, I would say the mixed bag is more. We had so many late draft slots, and that's where all of the early landmines have been so far.
Yeah, we have a lot of Puka. The Puka stuff really sucks.
Yeah. So, by the way, you guys heard this previously. Steph has her fabulous column, both by name and by my descriptor, is now up on Legendary Upside. So she give you the waiver picks, and then she also does a nice little recap of some of our teams here. Let's see. So our top 2 win it that we slow drafted with Eddie and Eric, 2 of the ship chasing YouTube members. This team put up 170. Had Josh Allen, CeeDee Lamb, and Brock Bowers, but it was really J.K. Dobbins who was kind of the big swing player to just get a monster week 1 score from a really true 0 RB team.
You were pushing us on Dobbins in a lot of these picks. That's it's been nice to have some of him.
That was one of my best kind of like closes to Underdog and all drafts. I was just hammering. I think I ended up getting up to 10% after literally having 0 through July. I just
that's hard to do. When you're like seriously, when you have that many drafts already done, like it's hard.
Also, I got to give a shout out in that same vein. So Bullock, who's a ship chasing YouTube member, he pulled a Gretsch and went and drove to an Underdog friendly state, mass reg for 150 BBM slow drafts, and just slammed Jordan Mason. I think he said he was over 30%. I don't know what percentage it ended up getting up to, but just an alpha play by Bullock, waiting until the last minute and then getting in all the info advantage plays.
My last
play.
My last run, I was in 40 BBMs, and he was in every single one of them. All those guys. Started drafting P. Ryan. He just started drafting him higher in every draft.
Wow.
You guys were just jockeying each other for the slow draft max out.
I was in a big dog with Steph, a slow big dog, and we were like drafting against each other. But she pinged me like, "Hey, I don't know if you know you're on the clock," and I drafted Jordan Mason, and she was like, "God damn it!" And then she pinged me again later, and I drafted Samaje Perine. She was equally pissed.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know. P Ryan being I'm not ready to, I mean, the dude had been on the team for like 4 days. I'm not ready to call P Ryan.
That's not my
out
read
yet.
at all. I'm pretty excited about having P Ryan.
Yeah, go read my article today.
We're just so spoiled because it's like if you didn't do what J.K. Dobbins did week 1, then you're done.
P Ryan joined a new team and played week 1. Like that, I'm into that. You guys aren't into that? I mean,
my article today was like
chat.
Yeah. My article today was like, if you think week 1's all that matters, you're stupid, basically. So
we had a couple teams. So our Crack Rock team and our team with Steph just hung huge numbers because of Jake Moody. Like some real fucking kicker chasing to pull out some W's there. What did he end up scoring? Was it like 26 points or something?
Insane. It was some insane
it was
number.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, we had a narrow loss. One of our Leone high stakes teams had every single landmine. And then the second one was the really nutted team we drafted in Vegas where we got 6th round Stephon Diggs, and that one narrowly lost, but we did get a victory point at least.
That's nice. All right, so Cook's out there. And
okay, here we go. All right.
Maybe the five leg is alive after all.
I'm just happy Dalton Kincaid's alive.
Me too.
I just dropped the article in the chat. Make sure you guys check it out. It's not just recaps. It's checking in on bids and price ranges. And then Steph also has waiver priorities. And then she has it split out by tiers.
The other thing I'll say about this article
section as well for people that, you know, that's like FFPC. Then she does the home league section, which is great.
Yeah.
She goes deep. She goes deep on these waiver pickups. So if you're using it for
who was the Dallas tight end that I literally had never heard of? Was it Bryn?
It was a Brevin something with a Y.
Who is this? Brevin Spanford. I learned about him in Steph's column. And I play in deep dynasty leagues, and I never heard of this asshole.
Not as deep as Steph.
I'm still convinced she made that up.
That's a little sprinkle of Dallas homerism there. That's a little flex of I know who's on the team. Is that Curtis Samuel?
That's Samuel.
That was Samuel. Damn it.
Be right back.
I think there's like 2 more tiers after this Brevin Spanford character in this article. So
2 more tiers after him?
I think I was, you know, I just gave it the read through as, you know,
who's
getting some comments out of there.
Tier after him.
Yeah, see, it keeps going.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, so we're towards the end here now. And I was like, oh my god, there's another tier.
Josh Reynolds, I like the call.
Yeah, I see 2 more tiers.
It was the last of the tight ends.
Kenny McIntosh. I mean, I like the call there too.
That's a nice call. Yeah, it's a great article.
I said this before. You only have to fill out the giveaway form once. There are 93 of you who have filled it out so far. There's 442 people watching. If you want to be eligible, you do have to fill out the form. We'll drop it in the chat again.
And I forget, what do we give away to the person who fills out the form the most times?
A new car.
They get blocked.
What?
Yes, and like the stream while you're at it, you filthy animals.
Any good sweats in the chat? Any people got some good pick'ems going?
No, they all tailed us.
Well, sorry about that. But hey, we got the second half.
What I should do next time is the username, because I let everyone be pseudo anonymous with their Underdog username YouTube. I should ask for your address, and then if you fill it out too many times, then you get doxxed. Is how
yeah. Oh wow. Oh
Who's
wow.
that? Is that Keon?
Is that?
Yeah,
Oh my God, it was MVS, dude.
MVS.
Oh, that was MBS.
Wow.
Keon is MIA.
When I see someone I don't recognize, I always assume it's Matt Collins, but I was like, that's not Matt Collins.
Yeah. We almost dabbled with a Matt Collins versus James Cook receiving rival pick.
MVS, like, make a play on the ball in the air, man. He's so bad at football. That wasn't a great throw, but he's just running straight. He's like, you better throw this right at me, and I'll still drop it.
Yeah, he's not good.
Braxton Berrios. Remember when we were drafting a little bit of him at the end of drafts last year? Because there was no Malik Washington, and we're like, fuck it. I guess Braxton Berrios it is.
I guess he's Malik Washington.
I forgot this. White Lancer said ask for the address and I could send him Taco Bell. You guys remember when I sent Taco Bell to my old house last year?
Yeah, I do remember that. I remember that well. It was amazing.
That was the night. So that happened for you. The one guy showed up to Taco Bell at my house, and it was in like a huge cardboard box and then like a sealed thing. And he told me he likes to keep his shit fresh. And he's like unzipping this like massive, like humidor style, like food travel contraption for my Taco Bell order at midnight.
Oh man.
I'm so torn because I really don't need that in my life.
They said
but
that
I would
they
like
delivered it. It didn't come. And like I had a picture and I'm like, this is my old house. Like 3 years.
That's so devastating too.
4 years ago.
That is, man.
When you're super hungry,
you haven't used
you're
that app
drunk.
in 4 years?
Wow.
I don't know what happened because I had used the app. That was the thing. It was like, I don't know how this address got in here. But I reordered it and then I got it right at the very end of the stream. It still came.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those of you who are new this year, we had it was early last season, right? Would it have been like week 3 or week 4? I want to say when we hit on the 5 leg and then we all ordered Taco Bell.
Yeah, it was fairly early, I think.
Great.
And then it became kind of our default de facto celebration where it's like, obviously, if we hit the core, we get the giveaway. Vibes are great. But if we hit the 5 leg, then we're ringing the bell. That's also why that Yo Quiero Taco Bell Chihuahua was our avatar for.
I don't know why we never got that advertising deal.
I know.
Somebody watching this knows somebody who knows somebody. There's
Yeah.
at least 3 degrees of separation away from somebody who works in the marketing department of Taco Bell. And
we
need
didn't
to
try
figure that
very
out.
hard. We basically waited for Taco Bell to reach out to us, and they never did.
Well,
Dude.
somebody needs to let somebody know that knows somebody to tell Taco Bell to reach out to us because they don't even know we exist at the current moment.
No, I don't think they do.
Everyone was getting in on it and sending their Taco Bell orders to us on Twitter. Do you know what, Gretch? That would be like a sick viral or whatever micro viral campaign with Taco Bell, where it's like, what if we had people fill out, whether it's through DoorDash or whoever, through Taco Bell, and then they randomly send out like 10 like mega orders, like a $30 Taco Bell order, and you
That's
don't
like
know that it's showing up to your house. It's just 10 people randomly in about 45 minutes will all get it, and you don't know if it's you.
I love that. That's amazing.
But then you're really
But
sad.
I think you need to go to $60 Taco Bell order because the prices have risen a little bit.
Oh, you could do damage for $30. Get out of here. You could do major damage.
I really hope we hit this 5 leg now.
Are
HM.
we live?
No, I just want Taco Bell.
Oh. I thought you were going to say with the mini viral thing that we got to get Taco Bell's attention using the ship chasing audience. Like get everyone to retweet to Taco Bell. That
like a campaign, like a ship chasing viral
and then
campaign.
Taco Bell might say, seems like you guys are already all pretty into Taco Bell. We don't really
you're promoting us for free. And have been doing so for at least a year.
Make sure when you at Taco Bell that they need to give us a marketing deal that you'll say you'll eat more Taco Bell than you already eat if they do that.
What we need to actually do is like threaten that we're going to all order KFC or something unless they sponsor us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if Taco Bell sponsored us, we could take it to the core. We could do Taco Bell if we hit the core. That could be a negotiating tactic for us. We're open to that.
The chat, dude. I mean, we do this every time. That the Goose. Damn, I want Taco Bell so bad right now. I mean, we make them so much money on Thursday nights in football season. We're the best advertisers they've ever had.
All the big brains in the chat who haven't typed all night were so excited to be like, actually, KFC and Taco Bell are owned by the same guy.
Yeah.
That's great.
I knew I was going to get well actually'd.
I knew because there's a couple. Isn't it Pizza Hut?
Pizza Hut's under the
Yeah.
You see the like combo ones every now and then.
Yeah.
Well, that's what there's this old school. I don't know if you guys remember he was a Brooklyn rapper, Das Racist, and he had the song. He's like, I'm at the Taco Bell, I'm at the Pizza Hut,
That's right.
I'm at the combination Taco Bell and Pizza Hut.
That's fantastic.
All right, Wilson on the field.
Now the chat's just naming all the Yum brands.
That's the company Yum.
Okay, look at
that was bad.
Wow.
You don't have the arm strength to make that throw, buddy.
Oof, that was awful.
I love that everyone was naming all these brands, and then Samuel White was trying to say McDaniel hates Tua, but he wrote McDonald hates Tua.
God, that was such
Mike
a
McDonald,
bad throw.
Mike McDaniel, McDonald's. I need a Big Mac. That's what he did in his head.
Holy
That was
shit.
a bad throw. That was a very, very bad football play.
Yeah, this is that script you were talking about, Gretz, where it's just like
Yeah,
they
it's
implode, they
brutal.
start running it a bunch, and they're like, let's just get out of here
Let's go
without
home.
getting
Yeah.
hurt.
Right.
Yeah. That's what we're looking at after that.
What
play.
is he doing? You don't have the arm to do that.
Not even close.
And he's just trying to throw that out of bounds, but you're so far from getting that out of bounds.
Oof. It's just so tough. Like they had to pay Tua, right? Because you can't not have a quarterback. But like you're doomed as soon as you do that.
So I mean, if you're doomed as soon as you do that, don't you think
Then
a
don't
little
do
bit
it.
creatively? Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
I
but
get it. You kind of had to pay him, but also like you are doomed now.
They almost need, you know what it is that they like all these teams in that situation need to kind of like look each other in the eyes and be like, I think we should stop doing this.
Mutually.
Because if they all stop doing it, it would create a market where you could like go get,
Pat, do you
I'm
know
in the
what you're
market
describing?
now for
You're describing league round one of a super flex draft where you're like, what if we just all agreed to let them overpay and we all just wait to take our quarterbacks in the 5th round or 6th?
Yes.
But
That's what needs to happen. No one does it. No one ever does it.
They're like, no, we need Derek Carr in the early 2nd.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. It's Derek Carr, Tua, Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones has the 2nd highest cap hit in the NFL this season. How insane is that?
That's really crazy.
You just these teams need to just decide not to do this anymore.
I mean, they really do. And then what you do is you draft multiple later round quarterbacks in the same draft. Like, yeah, you're not going to have a top draft pick. So how do you get a quarterback? Well, go after multiple. Like the problem is no team ever wants to try the YOLO QB thing that Fantasy Douche wrote about years ago.
Right.
It's like and they don't want to overlap. You got to have one guy and all that stuff. Like the Niners just hit on Brock Purdy. Like everything they gave for Trey Lance became, well, you just drafted Brock Purdy in the 7th round, which was sort of fluky, right? But there are some quarterbacks out there who can play who probably just never really get that opportunity. I mean, take a few different ones, do what you know.
Yeah,
probably take lumps for a year, but you're keeping yourself flexible.
So the NFL, like they tend to really fall in love with their evaluation of the quarterback, right? With the Penix pick, which is, I wasn't a fan of the Penix pick, but just because it was so expensive and they could have traded down and all that. But this is kind of what I'm talking about. It's like that's one way to avoid having to do this, although they did just do it with Cousins, which is part of the reason it was a tough pick. But they fell in love with the evaluation. They're like, we got to get this guy. But then like Spencer Rattler just sits and sits and sits. Like I think it's more the Rattlers that you
right.
That's the hole, right? That's the inefficiency. Like there's no way Rattler should have gone that late compared to like Penix and Nix going in the early first.
And the reason they pay him is they're like, well, we're never going to have an opportunity to draft in the top 10 and get one of these guys. But
right. It's just tough. Like if you know a guy, like what's the ceiling with Tua? It's just
the ceiling is every single other thing on your roster is awesome.
And McDaniel schemes it so well that
they stay healthy and they squeak their way to a Super Bowl appearance.
Yeah.
But
then like wouldn't you rather do what the Jets did? Obviously, it's been terrible, and Rodgers tears his Achilles and stuff. But like, maybe get the roster to that point, and then like trade a second-round pick for a quarterback or something.
I mean, dude, I know like we're hating on Tua quite a bit here, but like they have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Mike McDaniel schemes it so that those guys get the ball a ton, and they do a ton after the catch. I think he is good on timing, and he gets the ball on, he creates yak opportunities and that kind of stuff. He's fairly accurate when that read is open and the play is schemed well. But it's just clear on plays like that. He doesn't have the arm strength. The play breaks down. He makes some questionable decisions. Misses throws. Earlier, he had a guy on a stop right. He just chucks it over his head. You just can't do that. You can't miss high in the middle of the field. Like, that's always picked off by a safety that's behind the play, especially on a stop route. The guy's overrunning the play. Like, you can't miss high. You can underthrow him. You can short hop him, and then that's annoying, but it's an incompletion. You can't miss 20 feet over his head. But, like, my question is, how bad is he really? How many guys could do this with Tyreek Hill and Waddle and McDaniel? Like, there's probably 50 quarterbacks, right? Like, there's probably a lot of backups.
I don't know if there's 50. I guess if I'm going to take the other side of this now, it would be Jared Goff. And the big, Goff looks pretty good in that system. I mean, he was bad last week, but, they almost went to the Super Bowl with him, and he did go to the Super Bowl with the Rams. So the big difference, I think, between the two would be the offensive line. Maybe the problem in some ways is just like you can't put a quarterback like this behind a not very good offensive line because, yeah, you can scheme up a bunch of stuff and you got the wide receivers, but to really have it sing, you gotta have him really well protected.
But Goff is, I think, better than him, isn't he?
I think they're probably pretty close.
Like, imagine
Goff,
like the
Goff was
Dolphins,
given away. They gave him away.
Yeah.
And imagine if Tua had the Jared Goff schedule of 14 straight dome games or whatever to start the season too, when everyone loves bagging on outdoor Tua.
For sure. I think Goff has better arm strength, doesn't he?
Sure.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Which is at least helpful. But I think you guys are right. They're in the same tier for sure.
Goff has better. Goff's one of these guys. He's got the arm strength, but he doesn't like to throw deep that much.
Yeah.
So, but he can,
and he doesn't even have that much arm strength. That was a really late throw to a wide open Tyreek Hill that is going to go incomplete because it was so late and so slow.
What is that? Like a
almost
centimeter on his foot?
Yeah,
God. Barely out of bounds.
That's so.
But get the ball to him. You got to throw that earlier, and you got to have more arm strength to make that throw in the NFL. It's a late, slow throw. Is this Jalen Wright?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Staying in bounds for a few extra.
Man, some of my teams with Sean, we did the Jeff Wilson thing too. The Jeff Wilson thing, I was really hoping we just get a TD or something out of him. We got 2 catches, I noticed, but it's not been. He doesn't even have a carry. Jeff Wilson, 2 for 12, 3.2 points. That's hurting. Steph mentioned in the chat because we have him in a couple of ours as well.
Yeah.
I'm starting him in like 6 mains right now, and he's got 3.2 points. So that's not feeling great.
No.
Oh.
Achan's good at football.
So we always hear that the running backs gain weight, right? Not always, but like when you're 188 pounds, you're going to gain weight in the offseason. This dude gained weight. He looks
does
bigger,
look
right?
If we redraft Best Ball Mania right now and just start with fresh ADP, isn't he like the 1-6?
Achan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Barkley would go up there.
Yeah.
And then
I would take Achan over Barkley. The week 1 usage was so bullish on Achan.
I would too, but I don't think people would. I think the
They might
ADP
take him higher.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, he just sailed that.
Did that hit the ground? Is
Yeah,
that
it
Smythe?
did. I think it was Smythe.
No, I think that was
No.
Julian Hill.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It seems like Julian Hill, right?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it's Julian Hill, I think. Yeah.
There it is. Yeah. He just
Oh my
sails
god. Come on, man.
it. I mean, that's a throw you gotta hit.
Tua.
There's high school quarterbacks that can make that throw. I'm just saying. I said 50 earlier. It might be 200, Pat.
Jonnu, baby.
Jono.
There it is. There's Johnny.
I don't think we
No,
ended
I
up
think
doing
that's all
anything with
dead.
him.
No, we did. We had one. We had one halftime, right?
No,
The first one.
we ended up getting rid of that.
Oh.
No, wait. No, you're right. You're right. Sorry, we did 3. You're right. We have Jonnu.
Yeah.
Oh shit. So I'm trying to see if this is updated. He's up to 47 on the Underdog app. I don't know if he just cleared that.
I don't think that was enough. I think he needed 10 yards. That wasn't 10.
No, that was 7, 3rd and 3. It was an incompletion
Yeah.
on 1st and 10. He was at 40, so he's at 47. We needed, 50 and a half? We need another catch from him. They're down 21. They ran it on 3rd and 3 because they're going for it on 4th, but they got nothing. So now they have 4th and 4. 4 down territory, lose a yard on 3rd and 3.
Great.
Liam could knock down that throw with a 6'2" wingspan. My God. Get it to it. Get it to it.
Don't take a concussion. You're down
no.
21.
He just got a
You
concussion.
can't do
guys.
that, dude. You can't do that.
He just got concussed.
Yeah.
Tua.
Lowered his
Christ.
shoulder, man.
And then his head hit the ground.
Oh, man. God damn it.
What are we doing?
With his
buddy?
history of concussions, man, that is.
You know what that's the I'm having a rough game, playing poor, and then I want to show that I care, that I'm playing hard, and then you go out and make a dumb mistake, lower your shoulder into a defender.
You just can't do that. That's just, yeah. I mean, that's tough to watch. The chat, someone in the chat just said that. With his history, man, that is just, and you're down 21 in this game, and he had the first down. I mean, I don't know if that matters at all either. But
yeah, you just gotta slide, man.
So you got to slide. Yeah.
doing? What are you
That's
doing?
awful. That's awful.
Could be out 2 weeks. He could be out a month. He could be out.
He could be out. He'd be out a lot longer than 2 weeks.
Yeah, he could be. He got really good at sliding last year too. I mean, he was better at protecting himself last year. Early part of this year is going a little bit tough. This is a frustrating game. Forgets about it for, one moment, and man, that's just, and it's just horrible for the, future health stuff. No one wants to see that.
That was bad.
That's a tough part of football, and the concussions and stuff is even he stayed healthy all last year. It's got to be top of mind the rest of your career. It's got to be something that you're really always focused on.
Yeah, the way he held up his hands like that at the end, that's when you
That's
you
the
know it gets
fencing
into
thing.
awful. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, he kind of led with his head in the hit, and the hit wasn't great. But then when he went down, his head hit the turf. Probably not going to show it again, but you can't get the second impact with the turf like that.
No.
Yeah. We probably will shut this stream down early if this is where we're headed. The pick'ems aren't hitting.
No.
Tua's hurt. If this is your first time tuning in for the shipcast, I promise it's Tua's walking off, which is a very good sign.
Yeah,
that's good.
I thought we might have been in stretcher territory there.
No, that's good. That's good to see.
Yep.
McDaniel just gave him a kiss. Just reporting what I'm seeing. It was a sweet gesture.
It was. But it's yeah. He's gonna be out for a while.
Who is it? Is it still Skylar Thompson, the backup there?
Yeah.
How is that the case? How is that? I mean, from a team building perspective,
they had Mike White, and then they cut Mike White, I think, for Skylar Thompson. He beat him out in preseason. So maybe Skylar Thompson got better. I don't know. Why are you lowering? See, he gets that, and then really, I think it was the hit. You just can't lower your head.
Yeah.
No.
Gotta slide.
Buffalo side Mike White. That's funny.
Damn, man.
That was a really tough decision.
Yeah.
Well, however many quarterbacks could do it, Tua does. It stops just one short of Skylar Thompson. So we're about to see a huge drop off in this offense.
Was Skylar? He ball wasn't that the wild card game on the road in Buffalo where he actually? I mean, he made some mistakes, but he kept them competitive in that game.
Dude, why are they
Tyreek having a big game?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Producer, do not roll this clip. I don't.
Why are they showing all of his concussions? This is a weird.
Always got to
decision.
get that B-roll package ready for a show.
Yeah, whoever's idea it was to get that particular B-roll package so that they could make the mistake of playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fire
good
everyone.
point. They had that ready, dude.
Why did they get that ready? Like, well, if Tua gets a concussion, we can show all of his other concussions.
We can show all of his concussions. Let's have that ready to go.
Don't have that conversation ever.
That's when you roll the Skylar Thompson highlight reel, right?
Yeah.
Like, let's see the best.
Preseason.
Thompson.
Let's just move forward with the Skylar Thompson.
Now, are you blaming Skylar Thompson for not having a highlight reel? And that's why that just
I mean, Johnny makes a decent point. He says it's part of his history. Not everyone knows, and maybe we are taking for granted that everyone knows.
Fair enough.
It's
Yeah,
too-
but
you know,
to me,
that's
to me,
kind of
that's
like
a
what the
listicle.
broadcast is for. Like, yeah.
It's a
That's
listical.
exactly right.
These games, concussion. These games, show the history.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
do it as a
Yeah.
listicle for sure.
Yeah. Or just say it. Okay.
Yeah, you could just say it. He's had a history of a concussion. You got to see him stretch it off and all this stuff. I don't understand Mike Rob's comment.
He's making it. He tried to make a joke about the clip curse, but it's
That's
it kind of yeah.
That's it. It's kind of funny actually. After now that I get it,
I thought it was
That's actually
I thought it
pretty
was
funny.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It was over my head at first, but that's pretty good. I like Aaron's comment. All it takes is one person in a meeting to say, "Hey, maybe don't do that." How many things could have been stopped in like corporate history if you had that one guy in the meeting? Which also, by the way, I saw somebody tweet in response to something I was complaining about. I think the Antonio Pierce thing or something. That every NFL team needs a guy on staff that's just there to be like, no, don't do that when it's a really bad decision. Like, no, don't punt in this situation. Like, this is just the guy who says no.
Yeah.
No.
The funny
this
thing is
impulse
those people
bad.
exist at companies and then they get fired because no one likes
fired.
No one likes that
every
person. Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah.
I want to just follow my impulses.
All right.
They got all the starters out there. I mean, I have a sickness, and I thought for a second that we might get a Jeff Wilson TD.
God.
But they got HN out there.
Oof.
Starting
Kirk
your
Cousins.
career with
DK
an
says, what if they
ACL?
trade for Kirk Cousins? That could be something.
Oh my God, that would be hilarious.
I wasn't going
Hey,
to
can
open
that
for
just be
Andy
like
Dalton?
a win-win? Is that a win-win?
I think that's a win-win.
It might be.
Everyone's happy.
Because Kirk can just give you what Tua was going to give you.
They probably can't
we see
afford
what
it, right? Kirk's contract is huge.
Well, I mean, all of it's there's a lot of signing bonus. That's like already
it's
into Atlanta.
completely implausible. It would never be able to happen contract-wise. But isn't it fun to think about?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Russell
the
Wilson?
signing bonus
Russell
stuff
Wilson?
sticks with Atlanta. So I was saying it might actually be plausible. I don't know.
Oh, you were actually saying it's plausible because they would cover it.
Right. They would have the dead cap that would be stuck with Atlanta might make it possible.
They'd have to give him like 2 first-rounders to make it worth the dead cap. Russell Wilson, someone pointed out.
How about what if you hit up the Jags
Russ.
for Mac Jones?
That's a good one. I think Russ makes a lot of sense. He's the
Russ makes a lot of sense.
League minimum deal, very tradable. The Steelers at this point probably just want to get rid of him.
Gretchen, we
Mike
really want to
McDaniel
prove
could
your
probably
theory.
make it work.
Really want to prove your theory. They should trade for Kenny Pickett.
Oh God.
How many guys can do it in this offense? I didn't know where you're going to go with that, but Pickett is Pickett's a place to go with that.
Pickett's a pretty good place to go.
Yeah.
We're trying to prove replaceability.
You know who would be fun in this offense is Sam Howell, because
that's actually
Wow.
a fun one.
he's a good thrower of the football, but he holds the ball too long. But
He
if you
doesn't get
give
the
him
ball
clean
out.
reads, but that's what the offense is about, is getting the ball out. But if you get him to get
I
clean reads,
actually agree with this take.
That's
His whole thing is that he doesn't come off the first read and he just
holds
like,
it
he's
forever.
like, no, he'll get open in a second. Give me another
But
second.
he's a
Then he
good
gets
passer
snapped.
of the football.
He is. Yeah.
Get it on
He is.
time, get it to him.
That's actually the best one. Sam Howell.
I'd
What would
love
that
to see
cost?
Howell in an offense like this. Like Jimmy G was productive in McDaniel was coaching with San Fran in an offense very much like this.
Where's
you don't have
Jimmy
to be
G?
that
He's
good.
on the Rams, I think. I think he's the
And
backup.
suspended right now.
Yeah.
I think he has like a couple game suspension.
For what?
It is funny to think
I
about
don't remember. I just
The,
saw it
like-
on like a site.
the mental math for these teams, right? Because they all want to beef up their QB2 spot. So you get, the Mac Jones, you get Sam Howell, but then you get it offered. You're like, what is this insurance actually worth to me to have a slightly above average backup quarterback? Someone offers
Right.
you what? What would it take to get like Sam Howell? Like a fifth?
No, I think but look, okay, so there's the thing, right? Sam Howell was a 5th-round pick. Like, that's crazy in the sense that, like, he's now a backup and he's still probably worth more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these quarterbacks just should never fall that far.
Right.
Even as backups, they're worth more than a 5th.
They traded him. The Seahawks paid like at least a 5th to get him. I want to say a 4th.
Yeah, so
All right.
Let me see what it was.
because it's not just the player, it's the rookie contract. Like having that backup on a rookie contract.
Yeah,
is pretty nice,
that's true.
right? And it's like not just the rookie contract, but the fact the rookie contract lasts 4 years, so you don't have to worry about it for a while.
Yeah, so it was a little bit of they're sending one of their 2 third-round picks and a 5th rounder to Washington in exchange for Howell, a 4th rounder, and a 6th. So it was basically moving up from
Got
the
it.
4th to the 3rd and the 6th to the 5th.
Got it.
So that's like a 4th rounder of value, I would guess.
It seems like, yeah, 4th to the 3rd is a pretty big move up.
Yeah.
And also 6th to the 5th.
Yeah, it was 102 up to 78.
Oh, I just got the alert. Tua Tagovailoa has been ruled out with a concussion.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Yeah, saw that.
Yeah, also I might be down to end this stream early. It's not even the 4th fucking quarter. It's 10:30 for me.
Not. Oh my god.
It's not even the 4th quarter. This game has been slow. In addition to,
Should we do another pick 'em?
I don't have another one in me.
I'm kidding.
I don't think I do either. Kincaid.
We'll take our 1.5 premium tight end
That's
scam
right.
points.
End of the 3rd, 3rd down.
Here's one.
Let's talk about other.
Here's one.
quarterbacks.
This isn't self-serving, guys. This is not self-serving.
Jacoby Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett.
To set up.
You telegraphed the shit out of that.
I know. I was trying to deliver the line. Oh man, guys, Jacoby Brissett. That's what we need to the Dolphins.
That's a good one.
That's the best one.
There's a lot of
would be-
QBs that Mike McDaniel could make look better, I think, which would be. I mean, if I was a QB, I'd want to be in this conversation.
I'm calling you, damn it, Pat, you old SOB.
Jake Fromm, I'm looking at some of these teams. Jake Fromm is on the Lions practice squad as their number 3. Like, I think I could buy that Jake Fromm could do it.
Remember that stretch we had last year where Joshua Dobbs was like a thing for 4 weeks, and then the Vikings even just had to turn on him?
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what we were doing here, where the Vikings are like, oh shit, we don't have a quarterback. And we're just like, dude, you should trade for Josh Dobbs. And then they trade for Josh Dobbs. They're like, shit, we actually have to play Nick Mullins instead.
Yeah.
Taysom, yeah, you think they're giving up Taysom? That would cost a couple of 1st-round picks.
There's some QBs who couldn't do it. Flacco could do it, but they paid good money to bring in Flacco. They wanted a backup. They wouldn't trade him. But I was just thinking of Drew Lock. Drew Lock, I don't think is the right fit. Drew Lock is more like big arm, but not very accurate. And like, I don't think that actually makes sense. I think you want him like out of structure almost. Like I don't know how he works, but
here's another one
in this offense
that is genuinely not self-serving. Minshew. You're not doing anything. Just trade him. If you could get anything for Minshew as the Raiders, you should do it.
Let's not hurt our Brock Bowers bags.
Well, Aiden O'Connell's kind of the same thing, isn't he?
I want Minshew for Bowers a lot more than AOC.
Yeah, I prefer Minshew too.
I kind of do too.
But it'd be good for H.
How was Mike White not the answer? Like, how did we get to Skylar Thompson? Mike White was like kind of sick for the Jets a while ago.
Because he's on the Bills, I think someone said. I don't think they're going to trade to
No, that he was in preseason in Miami, and they decided to cut him for Skylar Thompson. And I was just saying, like, how was he not the answer in preseason? How did they decide Skylar Thompson's better than this guy? I just
or not, or just decide that maybe like we keep 2 insurance policies.
Yeah,
behind,
keep them both.
behind Tua.
What about Jarrett Stidham?
That could work.
I think we're down to
Still play
Skylar
Zach
Thompson
Wilson
territory.
Liam was right about Cook. He's still in there. with Tua out. I mean, that's kind of crazy that he's still in there right now.
Is Kyle Trask even vaguely good?
No, I don't think so.
What the Saints have 3. They got and Hill. They have Spencer Rattler, who you're talking about, and they have Jake Hayner. Jake Hayner, maybe gettable.
Do we think the Packers have had this same meeting where they say all of these names that we have, but haven't done anything yet?
Well, I really don't understand. Like, that's actually worse in some ways than Thompson. Like, Willis is.
Oh, he's awful.
Willis is a bust. Like, Willis is.
Why did they go get him?
I don't know. It's actually crazy to me that he was a backup.
It seems
like in their head, they thought it was like a stylistic match for how Jordan Love ran the offense. Like, my guess, that's what they thought in their head.
He's not, though. Like,
he's not. He's too mobile. I think it's telling that when teams actually call around about backup quarterbacks, it's a lot harder to acquire them than I think teams possess their backup quarterbacks and value them more. And so, like, Willis is probably the only response that they got. You know what I mean? Like, they were like, we need, because apparently the backup quarterback battle went really poorly in preseason. I saw that a lot of discussion about that from some of the Green Bay people. And they maybe made some calls, and it was like, Malik Willis is the best we can do.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you're like, why aren't you bringing in, like, why wasn't Tannehill, like, all these, like, I don't know. I would be loading up the back end of my roster with backup quarterback options and trying to find somebody who's not.
GMs, man, they just draft like we're right. You just play it out like they stay healthy.
I guess that's right.
There's your swing lead block play again out to Achane.
Yeah. We got a comment about the Willis move is kind of like Lance. Yeah, the Lance thing could go horribly wrong. That's not.
I would say it already did.
For the Cowboys, though, I mean. Like, if he comes in as their backup, like, yeah.
Well, he didn't even win the backup job. They kept Cooper Rush.
Oh, they did? Okay. Well, then I guess they already did.
They basically said he was so bad.
Did they cut him? Did they cut Lance? I missed it.
No, they kept 3 quarterbacks.
Oh,
they basically said he was so bad. We don't want to cut him, but he was so bad that we can't make him the backup. So he's the number 3 quarterback.
I mean, I love these Achane points, but it's also like, can we just put this dude on ice?
I know.
This game's over. Let's not. All right, now we got Wright split out wide.
Yeah, be good to get a look at him.
Jeez.
That 2 and Waddle are out too.
Who was that 2 there? Yeah.
That was no idea. No idea. Grant Dubose. I also don't know who that is.
Is he a tight end?
Isn't he a rookie?
Oh, wide receiver.
I think he's like a 25-year-old
only kept
rookie
4 wide receivers. I didn't know they even had.
It says waivers from Green Bay on our lads, and so unless he was with Green Bay, he might be a
Packer. Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah. Oof. Last week was his first game of his career.
There's Jonnu.
Jonnu is
all right. So Jonnu just cleared.
Okay.
All right. 1 down, a 16 to go. No, we need.
I was so excited this afternoon. It has not led to what I was hoping for. Oof. Oof. Dude, Al Michaels wants to go home so bad. He's like, oh,
Me and Al Michaels handshake emoji.
Yeah. He just wants to go home. He saw it as like, God, when does this end?
I mean, this did turn into a preseason game.
Yeah. What I got on Al Michaels, though, is I just have to walk about 30 feet to my bed, and he has to trek over to a hotel.
They still have Achane in for 4th down, and they got an offensive penalty where they're motioning. They orbit motioned Durham Smythe. Why is Achane out?
Would have worked if it was Jono.
All right. They've ran out of B-roll, so they're just showing the moon now.
The moon. That's
like we used all the Tua concussion photos. Here's a fucking waxing gibbous. Someone in the chat. That's actually a raining gibbous. Fuck me. Look at that protection.
Wow, look at that.
Run. Oh my God, throw it.
Oh,
You dumb asshole.
oh my
You
God.
idiot.
Oh.
You
The chat saying
absolute-
Pete doesn't know moons.
Do you know moons?
Do you know moons, bro? Do you even know moons?
I'll tell you, I know it wasn't a crescent. That's for sure.
If you would have known what that was, I would have been very impressed.
All right.
JP Phil says it is waxing. You were right.
What stage of the moon is it today? Waxy gibbous, blind nut, baby.
Are you serious?
I'm dead
It's a
serious.
waxing gibbous?
The moon is currently in a waxy
Waxing-
gibbous phase.
Dude,
Get off-
ring the fucking bell. Ring the fucking bell.
We know moon, baby.
Ridiculous.
Moon knower.
Holy shit.
I just assumed I was wrong. What I really want to
I
Pete, you're
cannot
actually
believe.
Chat is down bad.
Oh my God.
They thought you didn't know.
Pete Moon over's hit.
roll the Gibbous clip. The Jameer Gibbous clip.
Jameer Gibbous, dude. Pete knows Moon. You actually do know Moon, man. I didn't know you knew Moon like that.
I didn't know I did either.
Waxing
To the moon.
gibbous.
To the Moon is actually a really funny comment for what the producers said. That's how they called that shot.
Yeah.
To the moon.
To the moon.
They cut to the moon.
It's handshake emoji. Amazon and the shipcast getting lots of content out of the moon right now. That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's fucking talk about the moon.
We don't know what the fuck to talk about anymore. Let's talk about the moon.
Darnell Mooney.
Darnell
Yeah.
Mooney. Warren Moon. Oh my God. Holy shit.
A true ball knower knows every ball of this guy.
That's the biggest ball of them all, dude. Oh my God.
All we needed was a little astronomy for some wind in our sails.
Holy shit.
Yeah, let me
People
see
are-
those moon emojis in the chat.
People are now touting the movie Moon, which is honestly a really good movie. Oh. Not forgetting about the sun, typical. Yeah, the sun is a much bigger ball. I thought of that as soon as I said it. Ray Davis, man. Should have put him up. Should have given us a chance. Should have given us a chance. I mean, the Earth is a bigger ball as well. There's a lot of Moon is not nearly the biggest ball. Moon watching.
I don't even think I've ever seen that emoji in my life.
Tim asking if we're going to switch over to Monday Night Football.
You're telling me, brother.
That's
You're
crazy,
telling
man.
me.
I can't believe we're joking about the moon and we're all having a great time. There's 11 minutes left. It's way too many minutes.
I do think we should shut this stream down early.
Oh.
You got anything you guys want to plug?
Walkthrough is almost done. I'm narrating it now. It'll be out later tonight. It's going to be published overnight every week. So,
do you ever, when you're doing the narration, then realize you have like an edit that you want to?
Yeah,
make?
that's kind of the point. That's why I decided to do it. I thought it would be like, it's not really going to add any time because I narrate out loud. It adds a ton of time. It's not true, but it does also help me it does double as an edit. So,
but do you pause when you're doing the audio to make the edit, or do you just like?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I pause. Sometimes if you're listening closely, you might even hear me type because I've gotten to the point where I'll just like edit as I'm talking. Because sometimes it's like most of the edits by that point are like, I'm like I need to add like 2 Garrett Wilson. You know, and I have a sentence ends and then like that's not actually very clear. It should end with like 2 Wilson. So I'll just type 2 Wilson as I talk.
And Gretch hired apparently a new person at Substack to read your posts. Is the rumor on the street, Gretch?
No, I didn't hire anyone. The app has an auto
AI
read back. The
AI that's how I
is,
do it.
has apparently improved dramatically. If you go to the Substack app, people seem to like it.
I like the old AI. The new AI has she has some AI stuff going on.
People just said she like sounds hotter.
Well, she's just like having fun. Like the new AI is like yeah, stealing signals by Ben Gretch. Like, she's just, like, having a little more
You're getting
fun.
my snap data this year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
But she mispronounces things. I think what it is that I was used to the way the old AI mispronounced stuff, and the new AI mispronounces new stuff. And I'm like, what the hell? So yeah, I just need to get used to the new AI, I think. But she definitely has a little more style.
I had no idea.
She's kind of Valley Girl. She's a little more Valley Girl for sure.
Amazing. People that means I'm actively judging the people that have told me they like the new AI after Pat described that. They just think she's like sexier. They're like, ooh.
Yeah, no. But it is, I think it is that.
I think she likes me. I think the new AI kind of likes me.
Yeah, for sure.
The her sequel is going to be awesome. Guys falling in love with a Scarlett Johansson-esque figure telling them snap data.
There's just something about the way she says high value touches, man.
Can you read that glossary on? I forget what green zone means.
That's amazing.
This hot ass AI algo.
Oh man. Sorry, honey. Can't come up to the bedroom. I'm listening to Stealing Signals Substack.
Oh man.
Yeah, the people liked when I narrated at first, but now they're all just like, yo, can you move to Substack?
That Pat, how funny would that be if you like found a way to have an AI voice thing do it, and then you A/B tested like your version. You put like in the app like walk through narration, Pat Crane, walk through sexy AI lady.
Sexy AI.
People would listen to the sexy AI.
I don't think I need to A/B test that, Pete.
Yeah,
I think sexy AI wins in a landslide.
That's done.
Pat, I just saved you like 2 or 3 hours a week.
Honestly, yeah. I'm gonna hire sexy AI.
Did you guys see Dr. Evil's comment here? I'll show her a high value touch.
I'm putting that comment in the red zone.
That's good.
This Gretch tried narrating it in a more sexy voice.
Pat gets in a battle with his AI where he tries to get back the listeners.
I said the AI's coming for a job. I didn't know it was the narration. I was gonna go. Josh Allen drop back 38 times.
My goodness.
Oh, can't you tell me about your cards tree?
All right. I think are you guys down to power this down?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep watching. And
I think
hoping
we've
that Jeff
covered,
Wilson comes back in.
Yeah.
Covered enough topics that don't have anything to do with this game.
I'll fire up. We'll fire up a special live stream if one of these pick'ems hits. Yeah, I'll rush out of bed. Come running back down. Honestly, we'll get the sexy AI voice lady to just like narrate the play-by-play the rest of the game.
Him just whiffing on that kick is pretty.
Can't even make a field goal. Like this game is terrible.
Good night, Moon.
Yeah.
The chat. Good night, Moon.
Moon.
That is the best sign off ever.
It's good stuff. For me, got the usual shows tomorrow. Block party with JM, often on the clock with the Badge Bros, and then I'll have the weekly video I've been putting out on the Deposit Kingdom for Battle Royale plays. You can check that out. Otherwise, we'll be back next Thursday. I believe Mike told us it was Jets and or was it Jets and Patriots? Seahawks. Patriots?
Jeff Wilson is jogging back to the locker room with a trainer. Just shut the damn
All right.
stream
That's
down.
why we're shutting it down. I'm trying to tease what's next week here.
A better game than this.
I don't know. It's Patriots Jets, so I don't know if we could say that. We'll have to figure out who
we can get our guy Ron back on. We had a great time with him with the Jets.
Ron's always a great.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good call. That's a good call. Ron, if you're watching this, you're booked for next week. All right. Appreciate you all. Thank you to producer Nick. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Sorry, our pick'ems flop, but next week, $200 giveaway. We will keep the good times rolling on the Shipcast. Have a good night, guys, and we'll catch you for ADP chasing Monday, 11:45. Stat chasing, which, by the way, if you guys missed that, real quick PSA. So Connor, aka Drico, is having some issues with his mic. So on the live stream version, the levels are all off. I was able to normalize them a bit in post. So I do recommend checking out the podcast version if you ran into issues with the video version. But do check out the charts when you get a second as well. All right, for real this time. We'll see you guys.